Keep talking about it if you want to.
Definitely didn't get to hear about how you talking
No,
about how
I'm so
pasty
pale.
everyone
I'm
is.
so pale that I once custom colored a pair of ears, elf ears, out of a FX palette. So it was already nasty names anyway. But the color that matched me perfect was called Dead Flesh.
And on that note, hello everybody.
They heard that one.
Yeah, excellent.
Hi.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here for some Spelljammer madness. I think we're all a little scatterbrained at the moment, so tonight should be definitely interesting at the very least. Got a few announcements to go over real quick. We'll get into our recap, and then we'll get playing. Thank you for letting us take a week off last week while Maddy and Ty were out for conventions. I know they appreciate it, and I hope you guys had fun at Emerald City. I will get up there one of these days to
It was a good weekend.
to visit
It was fun.
that. But yeah, so we did a impromptu DMs discussion with me, Rob, Dan, and special guest Ethan from Thousand Faces Cosplay. We had good conversation. We harassed all the players in all of our games, which was a lot of fun. Larissa got to witness that a little bit. But yeah, let's see. What announcements am I supposed to tell everybody? Thank yous, subs. Leo for gifting a sub. Dabs, thank you for resubbing for 14 months. Ty, Rifle Stud, and Irish Mac, thank you for the 15-month resubs. Welcome to the new followers, Pickle Pete, Unknown User, Kijatron, and Mr. Hypester. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the Misty Mountain family. If you're not part of the Discord, definitely join the Discord because we cause chaos in there, and it's
a good time.
It is a good time. There's not just D&D talk. There's art channels. There's game talk. There's so many things.
We have an exclusively dedicated pets section too, so you can just post pet pictures.
I should post pet pictures, but I don't know if the internet can handle those.
Max is too cute.
He is cute. Raiders. We had a few raids last night. One from Murder Hobos and Chocobros. One from a Rifle Stud, because that guy was streaming on his own channel last night. It was weird. And Eric Bra also gave a cheer as well. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, people were really fun last night in chat.
I feel like you guys went super late last night too. Did you?
We were in like a puzzle temple.
Okay.
So we were really struggling with a couple of them, so it took a little longer than expected. But there were others we got really fast.
We only went, though, about 20 minutes over normal, because Dan usually does like a 4-hour session.
Okay.
That's true. Dan leans towards a longer session usually.
Gotcha. Well, I won't torture you guys that long.
I will say
times we went over and went longer because we started at 3 hours, and then we got a little longer. The first time we did that, I was sitting here just going.
I will say the longer we went on, the harder the riddles and challenges seemed to be, because I was a sleepy girl.
We also just kind of overlooked that one room gave us armor for everything we needed, and instead just ran into every room that hurt us.
Yeah, it was a bunch of like dangerous damage-giving rooms, and we're like, let's just run through it.
I mean, that's an idea.
It's an option.
That is an option. I personally will be at Planet Comic-Con next weekend, not this coming weekend, but I will be out there next weekend. I'll be hanging around the Misty Mountain booth, but mainly I'll be out taking pictures and doing the Happy Nerd photo stuff. So if you're going to the convention and you see me wearing a backwards hat or maybe a CN t-shirt, come grab a selfie and we'll send it to Ty and be like, CN was here.
If you do that and you have good enough reception, I'll be working my own con. But if we both have good enough reception, I'll just send you back voice chats that just say like, "That's good. There's some good juice."
Well, what con or show will you be at, Ty?
I'll be at Toronto Comic-Con. Then I go to Cleveland. I think it's just like Cleveland Comic-Con or Fan Expo, something like that. And then Maddy and I both are at MegaCon, so I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks straight. Only week that messes up is next week. But every other week I'm available.
Yeah.
So, assuming everyone else is still available, we will still play next week. We won't do anything tied to the story directly, but you will still be able to play your characters. I'll figure out something. Kind of like how we did the
can sleep in my hat.
We did the Halloween episode, so we'll figure out something. Maybe a murderous Easter bunny or something. Who knows? We'll bring
Space
back
bunny.
We'll bring back Agdon.
Yeah, Space Bunny.
Oh no! Don't bring back
Okay, next week we should do something St. Patrick's Day related.
Space leprechauns.
Leprechauns. Oh my gosh, space leprechauns.
Didn't they make a movie about that?
You guys
in space?
I'm gonna create just like a dungeon that you guys are gonna go to, and it's gonna be.
What if you made just like a weird battle royale where if you're not wearing green, you get put in the arena and have to fight it out?
Ideas.
Well, I'm gonna purposely not.
I love battle royale episodes. I just gotta say that works better when you're high level. Otherwise, you're gonna die immediately.
This is true.
But I love battle royales.
Larissa, any cons you going to?
My first show of the year that Misty Mountain's actually going to be at, because I look at the vendor list every show that I get brought to. I'm going to be at Amazing Las Vegas at the end of April. So April 28th through 30th. That's my first show of the year.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yeah.
Mike, any shows for you?
Not shows for me. I got some, for those of y'all who have been around and have seen, I'm a charity exclusive content creator. I do a lot of charity stuff on the side with various organizations here in St. Louis. And I know in May, we have a tournament that I'm going to. I'm trying to get some teams to go together to play like Overwatch and Valorant and a couple other ones over the St. Louis Science Center that I'm super excited about. I'm hoping to be there to try and raise some money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals here in St. Louis. So very excited for that. That's like way far off.
That's cool.
Maddy, I know you were just at ECC and you're going to Mega. Is that
Yeah.
next on your list?
That's the next one. It's my first like 2 cons in a month, which I know is nothing for Ty, but for me, I'm
Right.
like, oh boy.
Yeah,
We have
So that'll be fun.
We have something fun planned for Mega, and if a certain set of dice comes in too, we'll have a set of dice we're selling that'll match us.
Yeah.
So like if you
that'll
come
be
to the
fun.
table, if things work out, you might just instead of like words, just hear.
I am terrified.
So it's at the booth apparently. Animal Crossing.
Right, basically, that's what it sounds like.
An interesting concept.
Misfit, you're going to Mega, aren't you?
I am.
Heck yeah,
It
dude.
will
So
also be at
exciting.
Mega.
Gonna be the trio.
I-
I'm gonna give you big hugs. I can't wait.
I'm excited.
Very cool. Well, I think that wraps up announcements, unless anybody else has any quick announcements before we go in.
Not that I can
Going
think
once?
of.
Going twice? And
Taylor Swift's concert starts next week.
No, we're not talking about Taylor Swift.
We're doing a giveaway
It's
next
old.
Tuesday for a journal. Here's part of it
Oh,
that I'm
yeah.
working
Ooh,
on.
that's
Join
cool.
us next Tuesday for an Epixie themed giveaway based on my character.
Yeah,
Very
so you
We'll
can
be
win
giving
a set
away
of stone
some-
turquoise dice and a journal that matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Who is going to do our recap?
Nose goes.
I don't remember anything.
Okay, so given everybody but Larissa and I put our hands up, and Larissa's sick, I'll do it.
Yeah, so like we started stealing things around breakfast, and I started stealing breakfast from Ryder. I think he noticed, maybe he didn't.
Doesn't share food.
I shared a protein bar with you from my cheeks. That's extra sharing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I also stole a banana from some dude who I don't even know. I stole it and he didn't even notice. And Gemma snuck into a different room that turned out to be the kitchen. And we also found out that the dude who almost died is apparently missing a gun. He's missing his weapon, so if we find it, we might get something good. But we haven't found it yet because we had to go immediately to training, where we had to go and get a logbook from wreckage. And I did my squirrel thing and jumped around really good. And I didn't die. No, not at all. I didn't die. That's actually accurate. I didn't die. I'm perfectly fine. I have all my fur. But as we were going back, we got attacked. Then we ran away. Then we found another ship that had been attacked. And all those people were dying. So we got them out of the attack ship. And then we ended up back, exploded out of the simulation. We don't know what happened, but it was more sabotage. So we saved some people from dying, but then they took more damage getting exploded. So they may actually be dead now. That's what happened.
Ra-da-da-da-da-da.
Bop.
Put in the to be continued music. The JoJo to be continued.
Oh, you're just creeping. Guy's wife is creeping.
Alright, say hi. Hi, Anna.
Guys, that's St. Louis Modern Mrs. She'll be running around with me too.
The
She's
fashion
the
witch
best. We love
herself.
her.
We do love
making
her.
cool
It's
things.
true.
We love her
You
so
just call her the
much.
fashion witch?
The fashion witch.
Yeah, did you not see the jumpsuit that she made into like a badass outfit?
I'm
Oh,
obsessed
God.
with that
Yeah.
jumpsuit. I would
I
wear
love
that. It's so
jumpsuits.
cute.
They're talking
It
about
is.
your
I
jumpsuit.
don't even think that was
You
made
should
for
jump in,
dudes,
chat.
but I'd wear it.
We're live. Huh?
We're live.
We're live, Anna. We're live.
We're live.
Oh, while he's busy doing that, look at my lovely dice setup that are all Misty Mountain Gaming dice.
Oh, it fits so perfectly in your
wow.
new box.
Oh, I actually got my my mystery bag in, and
Which
I got
tier did you go for?
I got the $100 tier.
Ooh, the
but
Tiamat.
That's a good one.
This
Yeah.
is my new favorite set of dice, mostly because of the noise they make. But it's the hollow.
Oh, the jingly one.
Did you get? Are those like vines in them, or is it kind of like venom in them? Because I know both sets.
I think they're like snakes, to be honest.
Oh,
Oh,
the
you might have gotten the
Medusas?
Medusa then.
Like there's
You might have gotten
clothes.
Oh
and
no, you got the
snakes.
so you got the Legends of Valhalla, which I fondly call the
Even
Odins because
better.
they basically have every animal of Odin minus a horse for Slipnir. Because they have a snake, a wolf, and like Odin's ravens.
No,
So
I got a lot of amazing dice out of that mystery one. I got these cool purple like metal one
Oh,
too.
those are
I
awesome.
almost took out my toe with it.
Nice.
no, only one person in this chat is allowed to ruin their feet, and that's me.
But definitely highly recommend anybody go to mistymountaingaming.com. Check out those mystery sets because you get some pretty
Yes, yes,
badass.
yes.
You really do get some really good things out of them. Especially,
Even
I know it
got a-
sounds like such a sellout to be like if you spend more money, you get more things. But really, if you start at the $50 and up, you're getting like a ton of really good stuff in them.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to think that it's not a coincidence that whoever put this together knew who I was, but I even got a fighter jelly
More than
band.
likely, they
And I
actually
was like,
didn't.
yo, Ryder, he's
That's
a fighter. They did
perfect.
it on purpose. No, I know.
No, but that's even more the fun is you got everything just perfect, and it was all by chance.
Oh, yeah. Nailed it. Nailed it. All right, Rob, you bully. What do you got for us today?
Are you done? Are you done bullying your wife away? Your
I-
lovely wife.
I did not
Yeah, we
bully
love
her
her.
away. She's like, how do I know you're live if you don't have all your things up? And it was hidden behind all the things that I'm going to tell you. So she was just poking her head in because she was like, okay, bye. Anywho, so we ended last week with a kind of a bang, we'll call it. The simulation chamber that you were in and that the other students were in had been sabotaged, and there was some explosions. Everyone was pretty severely hurt. The instructors were injured. Ryder was perfectly fine. Nothing happened to him.
I had 1 HP left.
He's
But
fine.
it was
Oh, don't worry about it.
after a little bit of just brief investigation, you discovered that it was an act of sabotage, that someone was actively seeking to hurt Mert or the instructors to steal something. And that's as far as we got. And now where we'll pick up, about a week has passed since your time in the simulation chamber. There's been some repairs made. They're not fully operational, but they are kind of coming back up. And during this time, you were able to do some studying, resting, training, and you will all be starting at level 3 for tonight. So within
I'm
that
so
time,
excited.
you were able to do that. While you were doing your training and studies, you heard whispers in the hallways of potential spies and traitors within the academy. It kind of appears that you almost have like your cliques that people are sticking to their small groups and no one's really trusting each other because no one really knows what's going on. The morning is very early right now. You hear you guys are all sleeping soundly, and in the distance you hear 4 bells ring in the distance, very loud, just kind of a sign of what time it was. And after the 4th bell kind of crashes, you hear the door slam open, and Bosun comes in banging on a trash can, very discourteously, and she starts throwing them at all of the students in your bunks, just kind of like just being rude and waking you up like traditional military style goes. As you gear up, you quickly eat a breakfast, and you're immediately commanded to the deck of a hammerhead ship called the Flighty Foundling. As soon as you board the ship, it raises in the air toward wild space. An adamantine meteor has struck the spire on Hakatha, Bosun tells you, and you lot are going to recover this meteorite. It's very valuable to the Academy, and this is going to be your first mission outside of a simulation chamber.
Cool.
The bad news is that Hecatha is populated solely by beholders and their kin. The good news is that there's an empty tyrant ship drifting above Toril, waiting for you to crew it, though you will need to install a spell-jamming helm on the command deck to be able to make the ship fly. Traveling aboard this beholder vessel, you should be able to reach the spire without attracting the unwanted attention of other tyrant ships patrolling Hecathan space. We'll drop you off with Petty Officer Winston Rybeck, who will ensure that you don't go hungry. You might have met him in the mess hall serving breakfast, because he is the best chef that we have around. He'll command the deckhands, Mike and Haverstance, Cricklet, and Fred. You'll need to identify who among you is in command of the mission, as well as who commands the ship. A word of warning, the tyrant ship is made of stone, so don't try and land it in the water because you will surely sink. The flighty foundling docks alongside the tyrant ship after you take off. That looks like a giant stone-carved beholder floating in orbit above Toril. You're dropped unceremoniously into the tyrant ship's cargo deck, along with a crate of supplies, a navigational map, and a shiny new Spelljammer helm. Petty Officer Rybeck pulls up the rear wearing a backpack laden with cooking supplies, cooking implements, pots clanging and clanging clatter as he turns, then waves goodbye to the flighty foundling, which has already set course back to the academy. That was a lot to just kind of throw you guys into, but
Yeah, we're not
ready.
supposed to attract attention, but we got the big guy clanging pots and pans. This is already off to a great start.
So I know that was a lot. If you have questions, we can definitely go on. But basically, you've been given a quick mission. You've been escorted quickly to the start of it, and that is where we are picking up. You are on board the cargo deck of this tyrant ship, which I'll get a map for you.
What are the things that we needed to establish first? Who's steering
Who's
the
in
ship?
command of the ship, and who's in command of the mission?
Okay. Do we want to do it the same as last time? Do we want to move people around?
You could tell Aylin looks so happy just by that thought.
Aylin, what are your thoughts about all of this? What do you want to be in command again?
I can do it, but honestly, I want to see how Ryder does in a position of power.
Oh, that scares me. There's a reason I've been sleeping on your chest every night after you fall asleep. I know you don't know. I know it's
Tickling
been. I know you. I
with
move
your
every
tail,
time.
It wouldn't be an issue. I threw the axe
I don't-
once.
I don't want to sleep on your hairy man chest. She's soft.
She's literally like down on the floor, just.
So I put a map of the ship and kind of a picture what the outside looks like from the book.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Super cool.
Why don't we let Ryder try to be our leader this time? Because Aylin did it really, really good, and like I trust Aylin with everything, explicitly including my life.
I'll
But
be
if
here
she
for
doesn't-
backup.
But if she doesn't want to do it, I'm not gonna make her do it.
I'll be here for backup, but humility seems to have taken a form a little bit in Ryder, and I want to see if that's actually true.
You save a bunch of people one time, and everyone starts getting ideas that you're a good person.
If
I
it makes you feel better, but I never had that concept.
Well, while this is being figured out, I'm gonna go install the thing that makes the thing go.
Yeah.
Yeah, who wants
Can
to
I
be
help
the
with
one?
that?
helm.
Who wants to like steer the ship?
Well, I think the one who's making the chair should. It's
Gemma
already
did
going to be built to
really-
spec.
Gemma did really good last time.
She just kind of like slinks down into herself.
I vote for Gemma too.
And it's like, I don't know if I could power this whole thing.
Don't forget, we're working as a team here, so it's not just you. We have your back.
Yeah.
I
Are
can
you gonna
sit-
help?
I can sit in your lap like a cat, which doesn't help at all, but I'm there.
Yeah, do you need help setting the whole thing up or anything?
No, I got that part. It's more of I don't know if I have enough magic in me to make this whole, and like she stretches her arms out to make like a giant circle. The whole thing.
If my understanding of how the helms work is correct, it isn't about how much magic you have when it comes to the size of the ship. It's just that you have some.
Spoken like a true captain.
Unless
you're
you don't
doing your
want
big-
to, because you could say no thanks and we'll figure something else out.
As you're doing your big arm circle thing, you can see Binks is standing between Gemma's legs, just
I got this. Like, grabs and sticks the tool belt in her and, like, tries to push the crate with the helm to wherever it needs to go so she can start installing it. 'Cause that is what Gemma is going to focus on.
So,
Is getting the helm installed.
I feel great about this.
yeah.
So as you start loading up to take the equipment, Petty Officer Rybeck kind of giggles to himself a little bit. He's like, "All right there, cadet. It's going to take more than just one of you to get that installed. I've seen these vessels a few times before, and they're not made for people who, well, like us that have legs to get around. I don't know if you're aware of what a beholder creature is, but they don't have legs. They float. And seeing as how the command deck is going to be a few stories above us, we're going to have to figure out a way to get up there and to the command deck to get that installed."
Gemma looks really offended that she was considered as someone who has a physical form. So she just, like, stretches herself as high as she can go and launches herself like a rubber band and then bounces back down.
Well,
I got
think that
this.
solves that problem.
I would like to use my second use of my paint so that I have 6 uses left to paint a tiny little jetpack so that just as Gemma's like slinging herself up, you just see a like going up with her.
Okay.
Real quick, it was Fred, Micken, and who was the third deckhand?
Let me find that.
Oh, wait, Micken is with us again?
Micken Haverstance is with you.
Oh, yay.
Cricklet.
Yay!
Pricklet. Oh my.
Cricklet and Fred. Cricklet is a.
I thought it was a P, not a C.
I thought it was a P too. I was like, that's quite the name.
Is his race?
That's quite the name,
Her
Pricklet.
race. Cricklet is a thrycreen. So picture like a praying mantis type
Bug
person.
people.
That's
Yes,
even better.
bug people. We're gonna I'll
Crab
copy this.
people, crab people.
Exactly. I'll post a picture. This is Cricklet, and Fred is a plasmoid as well.
Oh. Wait, is that the one who just told Gemma
Oh wow.
No,
about
Rybeck's
body?
the hippo.
Okay.
Rybeck's the hippo.
Oh, right. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to who
he's a
said
gift.
what, and I was like, that's
Well,
kind of
Fred has a little
odd.
kerchief around him.
And it should be
Wait,
known
he
that
does? I
Fred
need to
is
look at it.
spelled Pffred. Fred.
Of course it is.
I love him. He's my
Of course it
favorite.
is.
And actually, let me get you a picture of Micken as well, because they have one.
Yeah,
in
we
here.
don't know what our boy looks like.
Oh yeah.
I love how Larissa's just shaking her
Aw.
head because she's 100%.
He looks so
You know what?
nervous.
We're
I'm
on the same
convinced he
page
is the
there.
spy. I am convinced that he is a spy. It's a whole like when Draco had to kill Dumbledore, like his family's making him do this. I am convinced.
Wait, who
I
do you
am
think is the spy?
convinced. Micken.
Mm.
He looks
Oh,
like the
no.
spy.
I am convinced
No, that
that
would
like
break my
his
heart.
family is behind
Well,
this.
if Aylin says anything like that, then Binks will literally just sit on his shoulder the entire time.
So Ryback is taking inventory of the gear that was left with you in the cargo deck on the ship. There is one climbing kit for each of you. There's one hammer for each of you. 100 pitons.
What's a
Five
pin?
100-foot lengths of hempen rope. 2 mess kits. A portable cooking surface, 2 barrels of water, 5 flasks of cooking oil, 2 chests containing fresh foodstuffs, a chest containing 150 days worth of rations, 5 lanterns with continual flame spells cast on them, half a cord of pre-cut firewood, 10 potions of healing, and a sending stone that is linked to Bosun.
So every single one of us has a sending stone, or we just have one for the
Just
group?
one, and Ryback has it.
Okay.
Did I get a hammer?
Yep, everybody gets a hammer, everybody gets a climbing kit, and the rest of the stuff is
Come on.
hammer.
I like to think that my little like climbing harness is like this big.
So are we all climbing up to get the helm situated?
Well, I think that might be the best option.
All right.
But you know what? Let me get these kids down here started on getting the kitchen set up. So we're gonna need some food ASAP. Micken, Fred, and what was the other one's name?
Cricket.
Yeah,
Cricklet.
because it's not Prickett.
Cricklet.
Cricklet.
Yeah, because we thought it was Pricklet. Yeah.
Pricklet.
shit, I
He's
picked that wrong,
just a
too.
little cricket, a cricklet.
Will you guys work on getting the kitchen set up? I'll get these guys started on getting the helm pulled up to the command deck, but I'll remain down here with you all. I'll just kind of get them started. And
Sure.
he kind of ushers the 5 of you over on the map. If we look at the very top of it there, we'll say you are on the right side where it says cargo deck. Does yours say cargo deck?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start on
Yeah.
that right side. That's kind of where you were implemented, and you need to make it up that tunnel, basically.
Okay.
Well,
And it's just
okay,
a vertical
so-
climb.
It would be a vertical climb.
I'm not gonna use my jetpack for this. I mainly wanted to paint the jetpack because I have another dumb idea for later, but I will climb right now.
Okay.
You're a squirrel, so you've got good climbing.
Yeah, I'm really
Mhm.
good. I'm really good at climbing. Okay, like if there was a thing that I was born to do, it's climb
Yeah,
I just
I'll
like-
take the lead from you then.
and eat
Slug
nuts.
myself up the side.
It's gonna take you all a little bit of work to get this equipment up there to get the helm situated on the command deck, but I would advise getting a rope ladder set up. That way we can get up and down this tunnel as needed.
Okay. So
Tie the
here's
ladder. Tie the ladder to me, and I can climb it up and then just throw it down for you.
exactly what I was about to say.
Sorry, I jumped the gun. My mind goes so fast because I lived for like 5 years.
So yeah, the 150-foot rope ladder. You tie one into Binks. Wait till she throws it down.
Mm.
Let's see if it tells me how far that is.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
I'm
I just
looking-
noticed the chat that just says, "Oh, that's sad." No, I actually think I made this race to be like 11 years, so it's a little better, more than a normal squirrel, but
Binks is just being dramatic.
yeah. Well, like when I first made this character, I was thinking about Squirt with the how long have you been alive? 11 days.
11
How long did
days.
Coldboss live? 11 days. Like
Okay, so the plan is to have Binks fly up and with the rope ladder.
yeah, I'll climb up with the rope ladder and situate it and then throw it down to him.
What's your strength like?
Not good. Not good. That's why it would just be me by myself. That being said, I also have Mage Hand now, which means I could let the Mage Hand go with me.
Okay.
It'll hold 10 pounds, up to 10 pounds.
Okay, I'm just thinking as far as time goes. So.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my downfall is my strength.
Okay. So you're able to get it up to the top, and you make your way climbing. As you're making that journey to the top, it takes you about 5 hours to climb up there with the rope. While Binks is climbing, what are the rest of you doing down on the cargo deck?
Shouting
I
up
would be
words of
climb-
support.
You're climbing up as well, or you're waiting for the rope
Yeah.
ladder?
No, I'd climb.
My strength is terrible, so I might just wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna be waiting and supervising as well.
Would additional climbers make it go faster?
We can say it would shave off about an hour, because you're
Okay,
kind of
then-
taking off some of the weight, but
I'll help with the climbing too then.
okay.
Well, and if I do need to, even though I'm climbing, the jetpack was primarily made for something funny. But like, if I need to every now and then, just kind of like settle myself, and you just see like squirrel straight sitting up, just going straight up in a little line with a jetpack.
All right, so you've made it to the top, and the three of you are up there. You have the rope ladder. So I'm assuming you're anchoring the rope ladder at the top there, and ready to call down to your fellow.
Yeah, I take some of the
crewmates.
pythons and I like hammer them in and do
Yeah.
some knot tying.
Okay.
I will, instead of yelling, use the message cantrip to send Ryder a quick message that says, "It's all ready, Captain." And then immediately after, you hear the actual voice go, "It's all ready, Captain."
Well, it's about damn time. I just start climbing up the ladder.
I'm gonna roll my eyes and follow him.
It takes with the rope ladder.
Maybe
I would
just
say
choke on it.
it takes you about 30-ish minutes or so to make the climb up to the top.
Wow, this thing is big.
It's
Oh.
massive, but
I get to the top and kind of flop over and go, I've been climbing for 30 minutes.
Binks
You're
is gonna
telling
land.
us.
Binks is gonna land on your on your stomach and just give you some water that's now been put in the rum bottle, and she's just gonna like drip it into your mouth and be like,
Get over it. It's okay. You can do it. Just get your wind. You got this.
Why is the rum always gone?
We drank it, remember? That's why
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hot.
So are we now? Are we on the holodeck? Is the holodeck the next? No, yeah, holodeck's next, right?
no, you are all the way up at the edge
Oh,
of
we passed
the
the
Command.
holodeck.
Yeah, you're.
"Oh, okay." So we went all the way. Okay.
Oh boy. All right. Well, then I'm just gonna look at Gemma and go, so what do we need to do to help?
I gotta see what I'm working with first.
All right, so you are at the. I have to keep switching tabs, guys. I'm sorry. So you get up there and you can see that there's kind of like where the access shaft that you came up. There's one hallway that goes out, and it looks like it goes into kind of a bigger chamber. But from where you are, that's all you can see.
Ooh. I'm testing all my dice. Don't mind me. I gotta see what's agreeing with me tonight.
So,
Oh,
can we see what the weapon situation is on this craft?
Not from where you are currently.
Okay.
Gemma's like,
You just went completely quiet for me, but I know what you were going for.
yeah, it was totally just incoherent mumbling to everyone else, but internal thoughts, talking to herself.
I thought my headset broke there for a second.
Nope.
Rowan's just gonna follow Gemma's lead at this point as
Mhm.
she situates the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I take a good long look at how the helm needs to be put in, where it needs to go, how everything needs to be set up. And I just kind of very systematically put everything out in like order of installment,
Okay.
for lack of a better way to describe that. And
What-
just one piece at a time. Like, okay, this goes there, this goes there, this goes there. Can you help me lift this? Hey, can you screw that in? Can you like reach back there and plug that in?
So are you trying to install it by the access tunnel that you just climbed up, or are you going into the ship?
In like wherever we have to be for that.
Okay.
How long does this spell last?
So as you are looking down kind of so if you're looking at the map, you're in the bottom right corner, the small tunnel. That's the access shaft that came up. You can see down that hallway across the way, there's a big area that looks like there should be a helm placement over there.
Okay. So everything, like all the laying everything out in the order, I would still do that, but I would just be like, we need to go down this way.
I'll
Just,
lift
like,
up the heavier stuff and I'll
marches-
carry that down.
You
shows
watch
where-
you watch Binks with her little jetpack still strapped to her back, like bend down and start like picking up single nuts and bolts and like putting them in her hand.
I
Like
just grab
that-
what I can to not mess anything up. I'm like being super paranoid while trying to look like I still don't give a damn, and just like, okay, we're not gonna screw this up. I'm just kind of watching everybody trying to see what method to the madness there is going on.
Okay. So as you walk out of the small hallway that you're in, you can see that the floor kind of dips down a little bit into almost like a bowl where you can see the hollow deck a little bit below you, as well as two other bigger chambers and another small one that has another access shaft down it.
So it's like an open space, like a pit?
Yeah, it's kind of a bigger open. It's not like a deep pit, but it definitely does kind of like sink down and then go back up on the other
Oh.
side.
Okay.
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 Does it? Is there anything noticeable in this area that looks like this is where the helm goes? Like this is the approximate area. Like
You can it just
Am I
kind of
making
makes
sense?
Yeah, it makes sense like on that far side of like directly across from your hallway. It's almost like it's just like this is where the helm goes. Like this is the command spot.
Okay.
In the kind of like in the center area there's it appears to be another access shaft that goes to the hollow deck. You don't know it's the hollow deck, but there is a shaft that is in that area. As you all are walking into the middle of this room, are you doing anything special?
I mean, I'm looking
Sure.
around. I'm seeing what I'm working with. Like
Right.
Gemma is now in full like engineer. Like I have to put shit together.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Do you want me to climb up that shaft to see what's up there? I have a feeling it's a hollow depth.
Hey, Captain, can I make a suggestion?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. What?
Why don't we have Binks and Rowan?
That is the cutest nickname I've ever been given.
I'm sorry.
That's
But why
going
don't
on
we-
your birthday card. Happy birthday, WW.
I love it. I love it.
It's spelled ROW.
Squiggle, squiggle.
Why don't they go and do some investigating
Oh yeah.
and doing a quick look around and making sure it's safe, because I mean, Binks is really fast.
I'm really
And-
fast, and I learned how to do a new thing that might come in handy if we come across the beholders.
See,
Don't worry about what it is, you'll find out later.
I just think it's a good idea. If we're going to spend all this time putting this thing in, we should have some people looking around and making sure that we're safe.
Right. So Rowan and Binks, I definitely agree with Gemma. You should take a look around, see what our weapons situation is on this, because I have no idea. And then see if there's anything that we can use around here to try and get that helmet. Looks like it needs to be suspended somehow in the middle of this little bowl.
And this is a DM question to the characters. Do you guys know what does your character know what a beholder is?
I would-
Probably only heard stories.
Gemma probably does, to be entirely honest, because she's a very learned person.
I was
Sure.
gonna say I can see Binks knowing purely
Good.
because she grew up in a lab, which means
Sure.
they probably tried to shove certain information into her, and then also she could just look at things. So like I like to think she was that kid that's like, I get the monster book. Like you know?
Yeah, Rowan's probably heard stories, but that's as far as it goes for her.
Okay.
Probably the same with Aylin knowing stories.
Yeah,
well.
I would know what a beholder is, but I know only the basics of a tyrant ship. I don't know much more about that, just from stuff I heard from my father.
Okay. As you guys are kind of hanging out there in the center room, coming up with a plan, there you hear kind of a almost like a click of like a metal on stone a little bit, and you start to feel the room itself move a little bit, and before you can really get a grasp on what's going on, because from what you're on a spaceship, like you're just assuming kind of it could be movement, but the room itself starts to spin on itself, kind of like a dryer would. And I need all of you to roll me initiative.
Oh no.
Which one? You did the 20.
Sharpie in my dice.
That's a
Oh,
natural
yes.
20.
I rolled
I
an
think
8.
mine
Plus-
is a non-natural 20.
Jesus.
That's 23 in total for me.
Oh
Okay.
no, I lost my... Oh, there it goes. I got a 15.
I got 11. Right? Yes.
Prepared to roll a 20.
Maddy, so you can see this is how big each page for your book is
That's
going to be.
Perfect.
It's legal paper, so
Maddy, would you roll?
An 8.
Oh, okay.
good.
Yeah.
You know, it's not bad, honestly, to roll a bad initiative number. Like, if
That's
you're going to roll a
true.
bad number, that's the better
Do
thing
it
to
That's
do.
now.
true.
Yeah, totally. Okay, and then we
Coming
got-
from the person who usually rolls really terrible initiative.
It's because I was rolling so well last night. I'm
You were.
rolling
You really
poorly
were.
tonight. See, a pixie, she has like bonuses to pretty much every skill. So even if it's a mediocre
I-
roll, it's
I
good.
don't, but I'm good at asking Dan if I can roll for the things that I'm good at, which is why I kept going for that religion lock.
So Gemma, since you rolled so well, I'll say
Mhm.
that you kind of caught on to something going wrong with the ship just like seconds before the room started to spin, to kind of give you a chance to react.
I'm going to react by Alright. So what you see is Gemma kind of like looks around real fast, and then she pulls out a like bottle with a blue liquid in it, and she slams it into herself, and this weird mist spits out of her, and it catches on fire, and I casted fairy fire.
Ooh.
Smart.
Interesting. Okay. And
What does that do?
It should reveal anything that is invisible unless it is able, like there's something I think, I don't remember exactly how it works right now, but basically like it'll reveal invisible things and give light and all that kind of stuff.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within the range is outlined in a blue, green, or violet light. Your choice. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in a light. Outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. So they get a dex throw.
okay.
Dex save.
So as you cast fairy fire and you're looking around, you don't see any objects or creatures or anything else around you other than the party that you're with. And then the room starts spinning. So I'm trying to decide if I'm supposed to tell you.
That also lasts for a minute.
That's a good amount of time and initiative time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's to whale.
It doesn't tell me if I'm supposed to tell you this or not. Well, we'll do one full round and then I'll tell you the things, because the way it's written is weird. Okay, so just to save time, while the room is spinning, Gemma cast fairy fire real quick to see anything. Now the room is spinning around. I need you all to roll me a dex saving throw.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
I'll be perfectly fine probably there.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Oh, I am rolling so bad tonight, you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my
Oh my gosh.
mine as well.
That's a good number.
Inspiration.
That's
You said a
8.
saving. You said a saving throw, correct?
I did say saving throw.
That's mine. Did I?
This is gonna hurt. We're already starting on a great
27.
move.
Okay.
Ooh, look at you.
10.
11.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Gemma, what'd you get?
8.
8. Okay. So Binks and Aylin, you will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Oh wait, can I evasion? Because that means I won't take any. That's how evasion works.
I'm
Rogues
just-
get it as a
sure.
reaction.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that's fine. So Aylin, you'll take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. The rest of you will take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone as this room is kind of spiraling on itself. So we will now go into it being Binks's turn. There are countermeasures that can be done in this room. This is the part I'm going to tell you. There are options. You can brace for kind of impact. You can try and find a way to deactivate it. None of you are hovering because of magic, so that doesn't come into play. You can try and roll with the room to try and dodge like being hit by anything.
Is it consistently spinning, or is it stopping and spinning and stopping?
It's consistently spinning.
Okay.
Okay.
They could have written this
Given-
a lot better.
Given I'm so dexterous, I'm going to see if I can find a way to turn it off. And if I cannot, then I'm going to basically just wrap my little body around something and hold on to it. So that I just keep rolling with that if I cannot find anything to potentially make it stop.
Hold on.
Are we in initiative
We are.
Yeah.
at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know if I need to do an investigation or a perception or what I need to do for
so you're
trying to find something to turn it off, but
Okay. Roll a d10 for me.
a D10, okay. Where's my good 10s? 7.
Okay. So as you're looking around for a way to deactivate it, you're kind of pressing buttons or the walls, whatever you can find that might deactivate this room from spinning and the chaos of it spinning. Unfortunately, you don't find anything. If you want to try and do a Arcana check, I'll let you do that.
I can try. I don't think I have great in that, but I could try. Oh, but it's a good number. Maybe that'll help me. 18.
An 18. You don't find a way to turn it off. You're just kind of caught in the overall chaos of it. So we'll then go to Ryder.
I can't find a way to turn it off. It's like I'm stuck in a hamster wheel of death.
I am going to. Gosh, I can't even. Trying to look around. I'm gonna take what my two hand axes and drive them into the floor to try and hold on with the roll, while I just yell out to anyone, "Look for anything to stop this damn spinning!"
So that'd probably be trying to brace, I would say.
Yes,
So go ahead and roll
bracing.
me an athletics.
Okay. You know what? I'll use the Valhalla dice because it looks like it'll do me well. Even though I can't. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nice.
My
So
new favorite dice.
you are able to slam your axes into it and kind of, while everyone else is spinning around, you're now in place and you're hollering out to them. And you will actually have advantage on your next saving throw. Or your next
Nice.
dexterity saving throw. Yeah.
Nice.
Next will be Aylin.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Blade Ward. So anything which is until the end of my next turn, I have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And then I'm just gonna hold on to something because my athletics and everything is trash. So I'm gonna protect myself and hold on.
So you're going to try and just roll with it?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check.
why am I just picturing
acrobatics.
Aylin? Why am I just picturing Aylin going like ragdoll and just rolling with her?
roll and roll and roll.
18?
Okay. So you are you're able to just kind of gain your balance as the room is spinning, and you're able to kind of like dodge, without hitting anything. And you'll have advantage on your next dexterity saving throw against the trap.
Yay!
So that takes us to Rowan.
I'll try to see if I can find how to stop this from happening.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
A D10. Where are all my D10s? There we go. I got a 5.
Okay. Unfortunately, kind of the same result. You aren't able to find a way to deactivate the trap unless you want to try and roll an Arcana check as well.
Yeah, I'll roll Arcana. I'm decent at that. Oh, and that's an add 20. Plus 6.
Hey,
Okay.
that's great. You have a better Arcana than me by far.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't plus 6, it's plus 4. But still.
Still better. Still
It's
better.
Fine. It's fine. So you, like, in the chaos of the room spinning, like, you were looking for ways to turn off the trap, and you weren't able to physically find a switch, but you thought you saw a way to turn it off for sure. So your next action, you'll be able to disable it automatically.
Okay, cool.
So
Nice.
this
I'm just going to call out to the group and say, if y'all can just hold on, I think I figured it out.
This takes us back to the top with Gemma.
Gemma just rolls up into a little ball
Oh.
to like kind of just go with the centrifugal force of the turning, so she's not really getting hurt or bashed around by anything, but she's also like
So you're gonna
able
roll. You're
to
gonna roll with it.
yeah. Yeah, I'm literally just gonna roll with it. But I'm wondering if I can roll with it and just survey the surroundings, see if I can see anything in my dizziness other than being really dizzy.
I would say as you're rolling, you're not able to really kind of catch on to where anything really is because this massive ship is just spinning on itself.
Yeah, I imagine it's kind of like a hamster wheel. Like that's how I imagine it.
I'm picturing like a dryer, so it's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
similar concept.
yeah.
Just big turny
For
thing.
rolling with it, go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check.
9?
9?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you come into this ball, and it's spinning, you do hit some of the outlets and some of the control panels, we'll call them. I don't know what the control panels in a beholder ship would really look like, but
Little beholder heads.
yeah, basically, you know,
Just
little
eye stalks.
eyeballs everywhere. So you do that, and we'll say you take a point of damage from hitting those devices. So this takes us back to the ship spinning around. I should have rolled these already. My bad. Okay, so now I need each of you to roll me another dexterity saving throw. And I believe some of you have advantage from your checks on your turn.
Let's not do it.
That's so much better.
Woo!
18.
22.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mine is 18 as well.
17.
Okay.
25.
Okay. So you all take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
I don't.
You don't because you had the resistance.
Haha.
And none of you are knocked prone. Oh yeah, I
Nice.
didn't even take that into effect during that last round.
I feel like if we're spinning prone
there's no
is
prone.
questionable.
Okay, so that will take us back to Binks.
Okay, well, Rowan told us to hold on, so I'm gonna find something and wrap my tiny little body around it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me in athletics.
my athletics. That's not as good of a number as if it was acrobatics, that would be better. No, that's a 4 because that's strength based.
Okay. So as you're trying to hold on and like ball up and like just not continually get thrown around, you actually do get thrown around. You'll take a point of damage.
You guys, if you can see her, it's kind of like when a cat goes to grab something, like if they grab like a blanket to jump on something and then they fall down. You see her grab like a random pole and then just like, go flying off.
Ryder.
Hold on tight.
I'm
Okay.
trying.
Go ahead and give me an athletics. And this is what happens when you put your players in the dryer.
15.
We're gonna come out all staticky.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to continue holding on, and you will have advantage on your next dexterity saving throw from this trap.
Cool.
Aylin.
Is either Gemma or Binks like just kind of free bouncing around?
I'm free bouncing.
They're both free bouncing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and see if I can't because they're both in like little ball forms, and see if I can't like scoop them up so they're not like hitting into things.
Is there one specifically you're trying to grab?
I would say
Whoever-
grab Binks over Gemma.
Okay, I will.
I don't
scoop
know.
up-
I don't know how much Gemma weighs, but I know Mage Hand has a 10-pound
Right.
Yeah.
thing, and I'm half a pound. But
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to scoop up Binks then.
Okay.
Or yeah. 'Cause
In
that's a
the
cantrip.
chaos of it you spinning, just roll me a straight d20.
Okay.
Luck.
you're
17.
going.
Okay.
You're going to grab her, and all you can do is just hear her going, just like, "This is the end. This is where I die."
So you are able to get that mage hand off and hold on to Binks, but you will take a point of damage because you're no longer bracing or anything.
That's totally fine because we've leveled up. I have hit points I can spare now.
You have to what?
Aylin, no.
I have tons of hit points I can spare now. Like we're good.
Oh yeah,
it's
everything's
not the
fine.
beginning anymore. It's
Well,
fine.
you guys took your long rest before we started, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still doing really
Absolutely.
good compared to when I had 10 hit points on our first episode. So
Okay, so that brings us to Rowan's turn.
Rowan kind of kicks up her boots over her to like fall with the momentum and reaches out to where she saw before
Perfect.
to stop it.
And you hear like we'll say mechanisms of the ship.
Uh-huh.
They kind of wind down and the ship kind of comes back to it just floating to where nothing is spinning around crazy anymore.
How are you doing, everyone? Are we all right?
Just see Gemma in a ball and her like eyeball is spinning in her.
You see Binks is being held by this hand, but she's fully wrapped around the hand with her tail around it too, and her ears are flat back, and she's just.
So now we know, at least, that
What
this
did
thing
we
has
set off?
stuff.
Do we know what we set off? Did we like step on something or something?
Can I make some sort of check around the area that I pushed to stop it to see if there was something that like triggered it?
Sure. You can roll me an investigation.
Okay.
Not think
this
about
one's
traps
rolling
on
better
board the ship.
tonight.
I don't know why I didn't think. About
Okay.
this.
17.
Okay. You are able to tell that it was a trap that went off that was kind of set magically. There wasn't really a trigger other than entering the room.
Okay. I let you guys know that.
well, looks like we're gonna stay in this room so we don't have to do that again.
as I'm kind of like spinning and holding on to my axe handles, I was like, well, that's great. How do we turn the damn thing off?
I did.
Oh, I missed that part. My bad.
I like the RP of him. Like everyone else is just walking around. He's still
Ryder's
holding on to
still
it.
like,
I got my eyes closed.
yeah, you can let go now,
Dwarves,
Captain.
dwarves don't do well with the spinning.
Binks is gonna activate her little, like, have her jetpack ready on her back just in case. So she's just like, like
With my investigation check, did it seem like it's something we could trigger again, or is it once it was triggered, we're fine?
Now that you've deactivated it, you're fine.
Okay.
okay.
So we got a little bit of freedom now to move around, at least in this space.
Yeah, I would say the entire command deck is good, from what you're able to tell.
Gemma still steps like very gingerly, or as gingerly as she gets, and just like walks over to where it looks like the helm chair command thing should be, and starts just checking the area out, and then it's like, all right, we get to work.
I help with the
Captain?
heavy things.
If you still want someone to look around, I learned a new spell where I can make another tiny squirrel or a tiny bird that I could see through, which means I just gotta lay on somebody because I can't see at that time, nor can I hear. But we can sit them out, and if they get thrown around, they're just, screw them. It's not one of us. You wanna do that?
I just kind of stand up and I'm weebling. There's like an obvious like green hue to my face from all the spinning. I'm like, look, I don't care what you guys do. Just give me a minute. Figure it out.
She's like she's still
great idea.
as you're getting back up and she sees the tent in your face, she's gonna be kind of like,
Eyes down here. Eyes down. I'll just do it.
so I'll
Eyes
take
just
a couple.
crossed as she's snapping at me. I'm like, yeah, all four hands. Sure.
I do have 4 hands. That's very perceptive.
Okay, well then I'll take a few minutes to cast one of my 2 spell slots. Find familiar, which will make a tiny familiar. So while that'll take a few minutes, everybody else can do things, but that way somebody can hold me and I can send them off. I'll make like a tiny, like a little bluebird or something like that.
So as you are you've started constructing the helm. It's going to take you about 2 hours to complete.
While Gemma's doing that, I'm just going to station myself near the way we came in, just kind of keeping an eye on things.
Okay.
And somebody let the rest of the people down there know to watch where they're walking.
I'll call down and hey, just don't go exploring anywhere. Just stay
So
put
help me.
in the spaces you already in.
So help me if I walk into another room and it's spinning, everybody's having a bad day.
Rowan, did you say something up there? I heard a bunch of screaming, but I just want to make sure you're okay.
That was Ryder.
Thank you. We're fine now. Things started spinning. Ryder got a little uncomfortable, but we're all good. All I'm gonna say is that there are clearly some arcane triggered traps. So just stay in the spaces you're in now, and that way we can all make sure that everything's safe for everyone.
Oh, I swore they said they sent a team and they scanned the whole ship and there was nothing up here. Okay,
Our team is stupid.
I'll let.
How long
If you
ago?
could bring some peppermint, that would be great.
If you don't mind me asking, how long ago did they scan it before we got on?
I mean, just a few weeks ago, whenever it first kind of came into drift.
Thank you. I turn around to the rest of the group and I go, someone has been here since they scanned it last, so we should be on our toes. My guess is something came in here and maybe set this thing up.
Or
I'm gonna just like pops
Hear
out of
me out.
whatever crevice she slinked into, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. I know y'all already are.
Hear me out.
Um,
What if it was the same person who blew up the simulation room?
It could be, but I mean, it would be very impressive if that person knew beholder technology. But if they do, that's an even bigger concern for everybody back at the base. Or if they're working together.
Just saying, Mick was around both times.
it'll take me about an hour to make my little familiar. But I'm gonna make a little bat.
Aww.
So we have a winged squirrel. And when the bat is made, she's gonna instruct it. It's the same size as her, but she's gonna instruct it to fly to some of the other rooms and like up the other tunnel and all that kind of stuff so that she can see through its eyes. And as she's doing that, she's gonna get onto Ryder's shoulders, and you guys watch her basically like she puts herself in his arms and basically just goes,
Hold me.
and like it's just like out because when you're seeing through your familiar's eyes, you can't hear or see through your own because you're hearing and seeing through them. So she just kind of like lays down and it's just like a ragdoll there.
I'm doing the Ricky Bobby. Is just like I don't know what to do with this.
You heard her. Hold her. If you have a hat, you could tuck her up under it.
So
No hat.
you have been flying around, and you check out the other areas of the command deck. You know, you got the helm area where you guys are kind of currently stationed. The two other big rooms on the command deck appear to be kind of like quarters for the crew of this ship. Just like I wouldn't even say furniture because beholders don't use furniture. I'm just picturing like a lazy boy with a giant beholder sitting in it. So you're able to fly around that. You make your way down the access tunnel. You kind of go down and pester Rybeck, Mick and Fred, and Cricklet, and kind of checking on them, and you come back up about the time that Gemma is done creating or building the helm of the ship. What does the helm look like that you created?
Yeah, tell us all about it.
I sent example pictures.
Side on that.
Whatever you want, you made it.
It's built for you.
What does your magical chair look like? Is it a big bowl?
That's
Yeah,
what
is it a large bowl?
It's kind of it looks like a beaker.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that.
She's all sciencey, so it looks like a beaker.
Is it like one of those gamer beaker chairs that has like RGB lights up the sides and?
Listen, it's not RGB, it's bioluminescence.
Okay.
Get it right.
Perfect. I dig it.
I would have been disappointed with all the crap that we lugged up here to build the helm that it didn't have flashy lights.
It has to.
It's well, like so underneath, like where the typically you would use a like fire source. To, it's got all of these like bioluminescent lights that come up over the glass.
Oh, that's
Okay.
so cool.
That is cool.
I like it. About the time that you finish it, Rybeck has kind of climbed his way up the ladder and just to check on you and your progress. And excuse me, he's like, that's quite a fine helm. Great job, Gemma. Well, I guess now that we have a helm built, I guess we should probably get underway to Hakatha.
As he gets up there, the bat comes flying up at the same time too. And Binks wakes up in Ryder's hands and just
I didn't say anything.
I got
Thanks.
And she's just gonna hop down and go run into someone else.
one question. Before I fire the thing and we go flying, is there any booby traps that like are gonna go off by me flying this thing? Something I was thinking of while I was putting on the chair, and that would really suck. So it's not gonna like blow up, right?
Well, I hope not. They did a scan of the ship, but obviously you guys already found some kind of trap.
Binks, if you would be ever so kind as to head down and keep an eye on Fred, Micken, and Cricklet.
You mean I'm being a babysitter?
Be a spy, a sneaky spy.
I see. Be a babysitter. Got it.
And you watch her like jump and just instead of like going up this time, she's just completely straight, sitting in her little jetpack, just like going straight down.
A little elevator.
Does she have like her like feet like
No,
in the
like-
seated position?
Like I'm picturing that she's literally just upright, just like
Okay.
with her tail curled. Yeah, I'll go downstairs and keep an eye on him. And I have message, but I don't believe we have enough range for me to actually get it to you, but that's okay, we'll figure it out. I'll take my bat with me too, because he's not going away until something happens to him. So
Nice.
it's a familiar now, so my bat's going with me.
Well, the ship should be fine. I don't foresee any issues going on with it. At least I hope not, because I mean we're all on this together. So
I'm gonna go on the record. If we blow up, it wasn't my fault.
you know, if we blow up, Gemma, I will say it is my fault.
Good. You better.
Wow, is that what it feels like to be blamed or not be blamed on? This is nice.
Learning for Binks.
What you're saying is that what it feels like to not be blamed on from you can hear like the motor like kind of doppling down, but you just hear like
I'll teach you how to do the cute eyes later so no one ever blames you.
I do like to think I have cute eyes.
We'll call you Captain Cute Eyes.
Captain Cute Eyes, yeah.
Captain
not
Cute
gonna
Eyes.
stick.
I was
That's
going
not-
for
Yeah,
totally
that's a real
it's
cool
stuck.
captain name for sure.
Stuck
Oh,
already. You're
Captain Cute Eyes.
Captain Cute Eyes.
Not the worst captain name I've been
Send
called.
fear into the souls of your enemies
Rob,
with Captain
know what I'm
Cute
talking about.
Eyes.
So, who is going to be taking control of the helm and navigating to Hekatha?
I guess
Well, I don't
me.
think any of us are going to fit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to put ourselves in a test tube.
You're just squeezing in.
All right, Gemma, take control of the ship controls, and let's make our way to Hekathan space.
Slides into her little beaker thing. Okay, like you see yellow magic go through the plants that are on the outside, and their normal luminescent color turns to this bright yellow, and it feeds throughout the ship, and like the little beholder eyeballs, like imagine that they light up in this yellow color as she like takes over the whole ship.
Oh.
It's like, okay, I hope I got my calculations correct. Here we go. She just like thinks about where she wants to go, and it just goes.
Can you imagine if we didn't and we just ended up at a Chuck E. Cheese?
God, that would suck. I'm so
Side
sorry.
quest.
Side quest, go to Chuck E. Cheese, get some stuck together pizza.
Tune in next
Get some
week.
conspiracy pizza.
Okay, so you guys are underway to Hekathan
She
space,
thinks Area 51 real hard.
and that is where we are going to take our break, because that's a good spot to take a break. So give us a few minutes, take a break, How many times can I say take a break? Um, we're
Get some
going to
snacks,
get
get
some
some
snacks, get
water.
some
Get a
water,
snack,
stretch
get
our
a drink.
legs, go to
Take
the
a break.
bathroom.
Don't sit on your broken foot like I have been doing because
Don't-
now
Oh,
it hurts.
Kai.
Indeed, don't sit on your broken foot. Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Enjoy the fan art reel. And yeah, we'll see you in a few.
Yeehaw.
after
That's
this.
perfect. Thank you, Ty.
Because I got to use the toaster oven instead of the regular oven now that I've broken the regular oven.
I'm not tea stained. You're tea stained.
I am. I drink a lot of tea.
Welcome back, guys. So we are here. I love
You
just
got me
coming back
this
at
time.
random times. What are you eating, Larissa?
It's a crab bowl.
Ooh.
I don't know what a crab bowl is, but it looks good.
It's imitation crab meat that you shred up and you mix it with Kewpie mayo and sriracha and just put it over rice.
Nice.
Because I
You
don't
want to say
eat.
hi?
We have a furry friend.
Oh,
There she is. There she is. She's shedding like crazy right now. There she go.
Thank you for letting us take a quick minute for a break, stretch our legs, because your boy had to go to the bathroom. So, yeah.
And I didn't see this earlier, and I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm just gonna say the second part. Jaeger, thank you for that inspiration.
Leo.
Jaeger.
Leo.
Leo, that is a Leo. That looks like an I for some reason on mine. So yeah, Leo, thank you for that.
Oh, I can't have the chat up because my phone battery is really low. But if anybody's giving me anything, thank you. I'll see it.
Gemma and I both got inspiration
Mhm.
from Leo.
Heck yeah.
Yay.
Okay. So,
yeah.
you have been underway for a little bit of time now, a few hours. You're a good distance away from home at this point. Yeah. So what are you guys doing on the command deck of the ship? Rybeck has made his way back down to basically work on making food and relieve Binks on keeping an eye on them. Basically, because they're the same, rank and skill level. Like, can't have one cadet watching another cadet because he's kind of in charge of making sure everyone survives this mission. So he's back down there kind of watching over them, giving them orders, keeping them busy, while he also gave you guys orders as far as like keeping the ship going in the right direction. If there's any issues, to let him know.
That's all Gemma's doing. She's just
Flying.
flying.
Binks
I'm
is gonna Binks is gonna alternate like every 30 minutes or so. She'll go like downstairs and then she'll be with them for a little bit. And then she'll go upstairs and then she'll go downstairs. And every time she'll ask a couple of pointed questions that she's like,
How you feel about all that sabotage that's been going on? It's just so weird. Yeah, I gotta go back up,
like that's all she's doing.
I would imagine I'm sitting close to where Gemma's piloting, and I'm just sharpening the Bane of Leviathan, and probably just like snacking on something as I go. I would imagine I'm not as dizzy now, so
I will be sitting by the window watching space go by.
Can I steal some of the food from downstairs?
Yeah, I would say you're able to. He kind of just gives you a few rations to take upstairs. You wouldn't even have to steal it.
She gets a couple, and then she does like the big, like the cat, the Puss in Boots eyes. That just
Have one more. Just one more. I'm a growing girl. No, okay. It's okay. It was worth the shot.
In the bowl shaped of the command deck, there's some furniture that kind of piled in the middle by the access hatch, kind of just disorganized overall. And no, yeah, there's that.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I was like, I'm reading. What do you think I'm doing?
No, I'm talking to Kiki. I've got my water on my arm, and she's like, I could just lean a little further and just get right in there. Like
The top of my pen just shot off across the room.
Magic.
Well, I can't keep track of initiative anymore.
Woo!
I
It's
know,
a
right?
free for all.
That means you guys win. What is everyone's passive perception score?
Oh, let me check
Really
that.
good.
Ooh.
Let me pull that up because I went to check that real
17.
fast.
I got a 13.
Okay.
What passive what?
Passive
Perception.
perception.
14.
Okay.
14 as well.
If you're looking at D&D Beyond, it's in a little box on the left underneath your saving throws.
Oh, hey, there it is. 7.
7. Okay. So everybody
Ew.
but Ryder, you all hear like you kind of snap your heads towards the middle of this bowl where all of the gears kind of like, or the furniture rubble is all kind of stacked on top. And you hear the clank of metal on stone again, similar to just before that trap had gone off. But it's definitely coming from the hatch that's in the middle of the floor.
I'm
Captain, what do you
gonna.
want me to do?
Everybody
what?
brace yourself. We might start spinning again.
Who said
I'm
what?
just gonna position myself along the edge of that area with my short swords out and just like, I guess, ready in action if anything comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, back up a little bit.
I'm gonna see Rowan doing that and just hold Bane up to get ready to throw it.
I am actually going to hide somewhere so that if I need to, I get sneak attack. So
I'm just gonna slowly stand up and look at where the noise is coming from, because guess who doesn't have weapons? The bard.
if you
Well,
if
as
you
you're backing up,
if you need a
Rowan,
teeny tiny dagger, I can give you a baby
Yeah.
dagger.
what I was
No.
gonna say is actually, as you back up, Rowan passes you her dagger, so you have at least something on you.
No, I'm gonna use that hammer that came in our kit. If I can headbutt somebody, I can beat him with a hammer.
Okay, fair.
I'm gonna pull out the hammer
Hammer.
from our little kit.
I go like this with the dagger and I say, if you need it, and I tuck it into my boot.
I love this.
Do you want me to keep flying? Do you want me to stop? What do you want me to do? I'm gonna keep flying until you tell me what to do.
Keep flying casual. We got this.
You hear you still hear the continual like metal clank on stone underneath that hatch. As far as you can tell, there's a room below you, and that's where it's coming from. Again, Ryder can't hear any of this.
I'm purely reacting off of what Rowan's doing right now.
Great.
Do you want me to? Do you
Uh,
want me to go in? I'm tiny. Maybe you can just like open it and drop, like hold me and put me in.
Can we send your familiar in and not you? Because I'd rather lose your familiar than lose you.
I agree.
The plan.
That is smart. That is smart.
And she's gonna turn to look at Ryder, just this look of like,
What do you do?
Look, I don't know what the hell's going on. Everybody got up and started drawing weapons.
all right. This time, she's just gonna put her arms up.
But who wants to hold me this time?
I appreciate that none of us have actually explained what's going on to
I
Ryder.
pop you on top of my hat.
She curls up in a
So I
little
have my
ball with her
t-shirt.
tail over her face, and she's once again not able to see or hear as she's seeing through that. So you just have to open the door for the bat when you're ready for it to go in. You can see the moment when she gets into the bat too, because suddenly it just kind of goes.
Is this space close enough that I could like pop it open with my short sword?
It has rubble on it, so you would have to kind of clear it off. And with
Okay.
it being a hatch,
Could I?
it would be heavier. So I would say you'd probably have to use your actual arms
Okay.
to pull it open.
I will take my hat off and put it on Gemma with Biggs on top of the hat. And while grabbing like the edge, I'll slide down and remove the rubble and lift it up for the bat.
Okay.
Initiative.
Not
No,
yet.
thank Nyan.
Give it a second. He's,
Well,
he's doing the beard twist.
I do have a dumb plan if I can somehow still be a little bit hidden. But
Well,
I have no control of myself right now. So wherever you put me is where I am.
Once I let the bat in, I would like to climb back up, and I will put Binks inside the hat and put it back on my head, so you're hidden.
Okay.
Oh, somebody did a smelly. Why are you like this?
Dang it, Ryder.
How does such? How does such?
Scared.
I don't understand how like such a rancid smell can come out of something as little as Kiki.
She's just a gassy girl.
It's like something
So,
died inside of her.
I take it your bat is flying down that center axis tunnel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you get down to what is the hollow deck. It's labeled incorrectly on that map. It's on the sideways map that has the tunnels that you see. It's the one that's on the right on the top. So there's the middle part that says to the command deck, and then you have just kind of the floor itself. As you fly down there, you see that the deck is also one large bowl-shaped chamber containing several large piles of mechanical parts. With many more parts strewn across the floor, several partially disassembled auto-gnomes are among the wreckage, and picking them apart are 3 insectile creatures made of gleaming metal.
I can talk while I'm in this. I just can't hear anybody reply to me. So as she finds new things, you hear like a muffled from under Rowan's hat. You know,
I
just
lift it up a little.
you hear like the muffling starting.
I think I see a mechanical like insect.
Cricket's robotic, right?
Just insects?
Well, no, you said mechanical insect, right, Rob?
Yes. 3 insectile creatures made of gleaming metal.
Yeah. She's basically like the description you just got. As she's seeing things, she's describing them out to you.
Okay.
So you can't ask her any
Metal.
questions. She's not gonna see it. She's not gonna hear you. But
All right. So metal bugs. Nice.
This feels like a setup of some sort, if you
Feels
ask
like
me.
a very large setup.
Micken.
do.
I'm gonna step back to the corridor that goes down and just call out. We're discovering some additional surprises. Just be prepared in case there's potential for combat. Don't panic right now, though. It's fine so far. Do I hear anything back?
Just the sounds of Rybeck working in the kitchen, chopping, kind of singing
They're
along.
busy.
Yeah, like there's not much chance for a response, or really
Okay.
even that they have heard you.
Okay. I go back over. They're having a great time cooking down there. We should try and make sure that things don't go down there to them.
Okay. Gemma, stop. Everything. Full stop.
She slowly brings everything to a stop
Thank you.
instead of stopping abruptly and flinging everyone across the room.
I'm sure we have like inertial dampeners or something, you know.
Gemma doesn't know the spec of the ship.
Good.
actually,
point.
to be fully fair, yeah, if things are that usually fly it or floating, they may not have that.
Yeah.
Is whoever it is, are they still upstairs with us? Our petty officer?
No, he's back down in the kitchen.
Okay,
Or like
so it's
the
just
cargo
us
hold.
upstairs.
Yep.
Okay.
And the bat is in the hollow deck.
Okay. I just wanted
Okay.
to see if there's anyone else we needed to warn.
I think, I'm sure there's going to be some pushback here, but I think either me and one other person or Rowan and one other person should go down there and see if those are individuals with hostile intent. Gemma, Aylin, and well, Binks can't really do much. You guys stay up here and make sure nobody takes control of this part of the ship with whichever fighter doesn't go downstairs.
Gemma's like, I'll stay right here.
Do we want to split the party though?
I mean, I'll follow Captain's orders.
I mean, if
Where do you
we all
want
go
me?
down there, if Gemma goes down, then she's the only one that can fit in the helm. Because
Only one. It's just going to be a tight squeeze.
Hey, I'll stay upstairs with her, but
we
You do
try
have.
to cram Binks
There is
into
the
it.
other plasmoid that's downstairs. Fred.
Does he have magic?
is
Fred.
that Oh yeah, Fred.
Fred with a
Is
PH.
Fred magic?
PF.
PH Fred? PF?
Is Pufred.
Pufred.
Fred?
Oh, Fred.
I'm gonna take my hat off with Binks in it, and this time I'm gonna put it on Aylin's head.
Okay.
And I mean, I'll get ready to slide down and investigate the holodeck.
As you put the new hat on her head, because she can still feel things. Again, she just doesn't know her current surroundings. So she suddenly feels herself being moved and then put on a head that is not like hat warmed. So you hear her just go,
All right. Well, I think it sounds like that Rowan and Ryder are probably going to end up going down that hole.
Okay. And everyone else is staying up. Okay.
given I heard
when
given I heard none of the plan, I can't say anything.
Sure.
I love it when
You're
the
staying
DM confirms that we're splitting the party. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we did this plenty of times, Witchlight. Not that it ended well any of those times.
So you guys slid down into the clockwork, or not the clockwork, the hollow chamber. I don't know why I said clockwork. The hollow chamber, and it kind of like slides you out and like kind of spits you out into the bowl shape, because I mean the ship was built for beholders and they just kind of levitate and float everywhere, so there was no need for ladders or a step or anything like that. So you guys come crashing down into like a large pile of metal parts of disassembled auto gnomes.
Disassembled?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kind of like
This does.
disassembled, kind of like a junk pile, salvaged for parts, that type of thing.
Okay. So this was like the junk drawer of sorts when it came to parts for them?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, this certainly doesn't look ominous at all. I start trying to like carefully climb down the pile as quietly as I can and not disturb the robot bugs just yet.
The bat's gonna join you guys.
Hi, Binks.
Just flapping around. You say hi, Binks. You just get back.
Barely picked up on the mic, but I loved it.
Yeah. So, Ryder, go ahead and give me a stealth as you get up in this pile and kind of
Oh boy.
make your way down.
Fighter dwarf with a stealth roll. Oh, it's actually not. Mine's not actually too bad. So this Valhalla dice, I am writing them an amazing review. That's a nat 20 plus 1, 21.
Nice.
Okay. As you are very, very stealthily coming down the pile, when you crashed on it, unfortunately, it was enough to make these insects aware that someone else was here with them. And while you came down, like, it's not a huge pile to where you can hide behind, but it's big enough that it broke your fall, if that makes sense. So as you're getting up and kind of, stretching from your recent fall, you turn around and you are greeted by 3 clockwork horrors. Here is a picture of them.
Yay.
Upstairs, all that Aylin and Gemma get is just
They're here.
Christ almighty.
Oh, I scrolled so far up.
What's going on down there?
So
I hit the wrong button.
They look like a horrifying Digimon.
they really do.
Like if anybody played Final Fantasy VII, it's like the big giant red scorpion robot that's like an early boss fight.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I see. Are they looking at me? I assume they see me.
They
anyway.
are looking at you. I need both of you to roll initiative.
Yeah. Let's see if we can knock this out fast. Double fighters, let's go.
I will say, come next round, like whenever I'm allowed to join, seeing what's going on, Binks would snap herself out of it and go running down for him. So,
Okay.
but that means I have time to get there, all that. So,
We'll say you can join in at the top of the second round. I'll have you roll in at that point.
she like wakes up and scurries out of the hat and is just like, That's all she does. She just like straight
Mine
into that
is
hole.
A 13.
13.
I
Ooh,
got
I get to use some
16.
stuff.
Nice. You both did good.
I'm telling you, this hollow Valhalla dice is loving it.
So 2 of these, so they're insect-like. I need to get better about, or finding a better way of like getting pictures so that the rest of the channel can see, because I can post in Discord for you guys all day long, but it's hard for me to get everything pulled up as well to show them.
I'll post it in the community Discord for now, in the game room chat.
I found out recently that it is a lot to ask a DM to run the game and the stream at the same time, because there's a lot to focus on. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel so bad about my performances now. So, yeah. So 2 of these giant, like, they look like praying mantises to me, honestly. And like they would be out of like is it Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, you're thinking of I know what you're thinking of. I'm tracking.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it reminds me of. But 2 of them specifically are entering in combat with you, while the third one is continuing assembling what appears to maybe be a fourth one by taking pieces of the autognomes off. So we will start with the first one. He's going to charge in towards, well, Rowan, are you still on the pile? Or
Yeah, I haven't moved yet. So
okay. Since Ryder is the first one that kind of got up and off the pile, he's coming after, or it's coming after Ryder. And it's going to, what can these things do? Jesus.
That's not good.
Oh, bless you, boo boo.
Okay. Well, so I both like and when they don't like, and I don't like when they have multi attacks.
Do I have time to like ready? I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but like ready a cantrip before he gets to me.
You would have to wait to your initiative to.
Okay. Good to know.
So it's going to come in, and with one of its, it can make 1 bite or 2 rotating cells, or it can make 2 light. Okay. So it's going to take. It's gonna, as it comes in, it's taking its 2 big front arms with the saw blades on them, and it's gonna kind of do a swipe with each of them for both of its attacks on you. So the first one, a 19. Does that hit?
Yeah. Yeah,
I-
that would.
Ugh.
I assumed so.
Can I?
Okay, I got stuff for this.
Can I? Can I dodge it with my dwarven fortitude?
Do you have
or
a?
not?
If you have a feature, like for example, like rogues have a reaction of uncanny dodge, but that's like a class feature. I don't think we've hit high enough to actually get to pick feats yet, but you know, if you have
Yeah.
something like that says you can use a dodge reaction, sure. Otherwise, unfortunately,
Yeah.
not.
On your turn, you can always use your action to dodge a future attack.
Yeah.
But unless you have a specific reaction ability, no.
Yeah, this doesn't say anything about reaction.
Okay.
Okay.
So
How much is it hurting?
the first saw blade comes through and does 1 point.
You know what you
of
do
slashing
have,
damage.
though, because I looked at your spell list, you do have shield that you could use as a reaction.
Yeah, it would bump your
to
AC.
cast, and it would bump your AC up to potentially have them miss,
Gotcha.
just for future reference.
So I think it adds a +5. So if you think +5 as a reaction would make it not hit you, then it's worth it. Otherwise, you could save it because it's not something you have to call right then. You can wait until it's rolled its hit.
Yeah, I'll probably save it on this first one. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it was 1 point of damage. Not
Oh,
anything
that's not
terrible.
bad.
Oh, yeah.
All of us are like, you could do this so
You
you
got
don't
this."
die. Like,
So the second one comes through and does an 8 hit.
No.
Okay, so the second one kind of slices by you without, just kind of like you're getting flashbacks from spinning on the blade and it like the room spinning and it kind of catches you off guard. But that will end his turn, which will take us to Rowan.
Okay. The one that just attacked Ryder, Rowan sort of pushes back on the arcane focus that's on her glove, and this little like compartment with some arrowheads pops up a little bit, and she's gonna use her gloves as an arcane archer now to shoot out an arrowhead with an enfeebling arrow.
Oh, what does
So,
that do?
well, I'm going to roll to hit first,
Okay.
and then I will let you know if it hits.
Ooh.
Ooh, this is most likely going to hit.
Wow.
Yeah, 21 to hit.
21 hits.
So with the enfeebling arrow, along with the regular damage, it's going to take 2d6 necrotic,
Okay.
and then I need a Constitution saving throw from the creature.
Okay. It's a nat 20 plus 4.
No, darn it. It would have if it had failed. Damage dealt by its weapon attacks would have been halved until the start of my next turn.
Oh, wow.
But it still
okay.
takes the damage.
Yeah.
So let me roll that.
Get my handy dandy calculator here.
11,
Because I don't feel like doing math.
18 points of damage.
I typed the same number 3 times. All right, 18 you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Look,
If it matters at all, 12 of that was the necrotic, and then the rest of it was piercing.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
All right. And is that your turn?
I'm kind of above everything on that pile, right?
To a degree. Like it's
Okay,
not
then
like super high. You might be like a foot or 2 higher overall.
Okay. Is there enough space in the room for me to make some distance?
I would say you could probably put 30, 40 feet probably.
Okay, well, I'll use my 30 feet of movement to get as far as I can, just so I've got some distance for shooting.
Okay. Let's see.
And that'll be my turn.
So the room is 40 feet, like usable feet
In
is
like radius.
radius. Yes.
Okay.
It's 40 feet across, no matter how you look at it.
Cool.
So.
Well, then I will be 10 feet from the wall,
Okay.
30 feet from the center.
Perfect. That will take us to the second clockwork hover. And seeing as how Ryder is tied up with the one, the other one is going to kind of skitter off to the side of one of the piles and is going to charge up and do 2 of its rotating saw blade attacks on Rowan.
Okay.
Hey.
That's okay.
The first one is... Where did it go? 11?
Miss.
Misses. Okay. The second one is a 6. So
Miss.
it swipes through both times and misses. So that will take us to Ryder's turn.
Okay. Sorry, I was reading a bunch of stuff. How far is that the other one the other bot trying to build a 4th bot?
Probably 25 feet from you on the other side of the horror that's right in front of you.
Okay. Let me read this one real quick
Okay.
because I'm
This monster's terrifying looking. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, just to confirm, we have 3 active ones and one of them is building a 4th?
Correct.
Okay.
okay.
Are we on the
So,
second round now?
Not yet.
Oh, that's right. She got a higher AC, yeah.
Yep.
Or a higher Yeah.
Initiative.
All right. So that plan's not going to work. Trying to do new things, trying to sound cool. All right. First, just to start, I want to use my my Blade Ward cantrip to help me out on the next one. Tell me if I'm being.
What does Blade Word do?
It's the same thing. I got this one from Aylin because she used it in the first game or the first session. Until the end of your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, Blade Ward.
Yeah, I saw that one. I was like, "Ooh, I know that one."
Yep.
Yeah.
And your second action?
Resistances always help because you can take half the damage. It's always great.
Yeah, I figured with Rob rolling dice, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
For my second one, I am just going to take a big old swing with Bane Leviathan on this guy sitting in front of me.
Okay.
I remember what it does. I promise. I am not looking for it right now because I'm smart. Okay, there it is.
What was the fighter subclass you chose, by the way?
Eldritch Knight.
Nice.
Because I wanted to be able to bond this axe to me so I could get around the having to con save to call it back.
I could just do that.
So
Gemma from upstairs. I could just do
Do that.
I know I didn't think
Wanna
about
the
it
baby
until later. Until like you were already flying.
Oh, there she go again.
So my swing is a 14.
A 14 does not hit.
Damn it.
If you need to know what Binks looks like when she's eating, this is it.
I don't want to use that. Just
So
yet.
that would be both of your actions.
Yeah, I'm not going to use my action surge on that one. Never. I'll save that.
Okay.
I have a
So
feeling.
the third clockwork is going to, keep sawing and working on assembling the fourth one. While this is
It's all
going on,
it's all chub chub.
are you guys screaming, hollering out for help? What's kind of going on through
I
your...
just can I see that third one like assembling the fourth? Can I tell that that's what it's doing?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to shout over at Rowan. Piss that one in the back off. It's doing something and I don't like it.
Aye, aye, Captain. And I'm just gonna look straight up and go, "We need backup!" Just so y'all hear that something's going down.
You're screaming that, and Binks is already running down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. If any of the rest of you are coming down, you can go ahead and roll your initiatives as well.
Pippin, why are you falling? Stop that.
Yeah.
She almost just
8.
like fell straight down with me.
Yeah, Ben.
Before I roll, I'm going to go down, but before I roll my initiative, so my artificer subclass is alchemist, which means once per day I can make a potion. I don't know what it does. I'm gonna have to roll a d6 to find out what it does, but before I head down there, I'm gonna do that.
I should also mention, are any Ryder or Rowan, what languages can you speak or understand?
Common, Elvish, Sylvan.
Common and Dwarvish.
Okay.
Let's see what kind of
And we're not
potion.
worried that like someone can commandeer the ship while we're all down there.
I mean,
Well,
it's
yeah,
gotta
I don't
be
think
another
I don't-
plasmoid or Binks.
I don't think it's a bad idea to leave someone upstairs. I will say that. I don't
Oh
want one
yeah,
of the
no,
party
that was
members
the
to
whole
feel.
point of leaving.
Yeah, well,
or
because
at least
I'm
putting
coming
two up there.
downstairs. I'm just saying, if somebody is thinking that, like, I don't want to make you have nothing to do, but if
I
you're
don't
thinking about
mind. It's totally like within Gemma to be like, ooh, wait, someone should probably stay up here, and I don't mind Gemma being the one to stay. Like that doesn't bother me. Whoever does go, I'm going to hand you a potion of swiftness. So it increases your walking speed by 10 feet for 1 hour.
Oh, cool.
Do you think you're a better fighter than I am? Because I don't mind staying.
Gemma's probably more set up for combat.
Okay, then I'll stay and you go. But I can also heal though.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Do I have heal? I
I
have.
mean, we all have like healing potions on us, right? We have the 10, or was that only 10 for everyone?
So it's 10 for everyone.
I have
I
cure
have
wounds,
spells where I
but you
can
have.
heal.
I think you have the better of the
Okay,
healing.
yeah, because I have healing word.
Yeah, oh yeah, you have way better healing spells.
Okay.
And you have
So
that
I-
badass loot. Or
Yeah.
lyre.
Plus, you can just smash people's faces in with your forehead.
Exactly.
you're-
That's why I
yeah, if
said
you're
Gemma
okay
needed
with
to make you a
staying.
helmet.
Yeah, I totally don't mind staying.
Okay, then I'll go down.
I hand you the potion.
That's my sign that I should be the one going down. I just got a 18 for my initiative.
Oh, hell yeah.
Aylin's about to just kill it with those sick jams. My TikTok's coming true, Rob.
Ty, what'd you roll for your initiative?
8.
8.
Dang it.
Okay. So that will take us back to the clockwork horror that's in front of Ryder. He is... So, as... Well, we'll say Aylin Tyler... Or, sorry, Binks already saw what's going on down here. Saw that these massive things are down here attacking her friends. Aylin, as you slide down into the pile of pieces of dead auto gnomes, and you see these two giant clockwork horrors that are like in attack position, another one in the back. What's kind of going through your head?
Time to fight. Fight or flight does not work when it's not a simulation. You just gotta fight.
Okay. So the first horror is again going to make 2 attacks with. He's going to swipe at you with his rotating saw, and then try to bite Ryder. So the first one will be, I'm rolling hollow dice. Is going to be the saw. 19 hits. Yeah.
For me?
No, for Ryder.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 19 hits.
Okay. And that will be 6 points of slashing damage. Does your blade ward have resistance to slashing?
Yeah, resistance against slashing.
Okay, so that halves it, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it'll be 3
Have
points.
usually. I was just gonna say have usually if it's a negative, then you just round it down.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's straight 3.
Okay.
And then it's going to attempt to bite at you with its metal teeth fangs. 21 hits.
Yeah,
God.
that's God. What is it with these last 2 ones where I'm just on the brink?
But you're lucking out because that was 1 point of piercing damage.
There you go.
What if I'm resistant to that one, to that too?
You get 1.
Still one. Damn it. Okay.
Okay, so then that will take us to Aylin.
I want to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level
Nice.
Okay.
because I can now. And so you need to make a wisdom saving throw 14.
A wisdom saving throw. Oh, I have +4.
Wait, maybe it's not. Hold on, let me make sure it's wisdom. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Because I read the card before I told you, but I wanted to double check.
That'll be a 17 on my save.
Okay.
Is this the one that's attacking Ryder?
Yeah.
Okay.
On a failed save. Blah, blah. Okay, the target takes half as much damage.
And what
1d6,
languages do you speak?
4d6. Elvish and Common.
Okay. Just curious, no specific reasons.
Uh-huh.
Binks, what languages do you speak or understand?
I have to see because I don't remember.
Me?
Whatever.
Common thieves can't. Halfling, and I'm trying to see. I know those, but I'm trying to remember that because I'm trying to find my part of this where I have the other one because I have 4.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
It's whatever half of 15 would be for the damage.
We'll call it 7.
Okay.
Um,
Like it's your ruling, not mine. So
Oh,
7
infernal.
damage.
Infernal's the last one.
Okay.
I like
Just because I like the idea of
that.
this tiny squirrel just going.
That's terrifying. Okay, so
all while like smiling and like flicking her tail happily.
this one that is attacking Ryder is, you can see it's definitely hurt quite a bit. And that will bring us to, is that both your actions or do you have another one?
That's my one, but I'm
Okay.
just gonna kind of stay where I am,
Okay.
so I can gauge the situation more. Because I, essentially, for her, she came down, saw it swing at him, and then she went. So she still hasn't like looked around the room yet.
Sure.
So I'm going to stay and observe what's kind of been happening.
As you make contact with that attack, you hear it start almost like clicking and making like a barking, like it's communicating with the others. You have no idea what it's saying, but they're communicating through clicking noises. Rowan.
I would like to firebolt the one that's building an additional dude.
The one in the back. All right.
Yeah. Because firebolt has a huge range, so I know I'll hit it. Ooh, that's
yes,
really
you
good.
will with a nat 20.
Close. I got a 19, but +4 is
19
23
hits.
to hit.
Yep.
So that's a 1d10. Oh, and I rolled a 10.
Okay.
So it takes 10 fire damage. And I'm assuming it's not flammable because it's made out of metal, but if it is flammable, it ignites.
Nope. It is
I just,
not
it's worth
flammable.
asking.
You never
And
know, it could be
then
oily.
I think I'm going to do, just because I took a decent amount of damage from when we were spinning around in the room, I'm going to use my second wind to get back some hit points, but
Okay.
that will be my turn.
All right. That will take us to the horror that attacked Rowan the last time, and it's making clicking noises and starts to kind of make its way back to against the wall, but close to underneath where the access tunnel is.
What was it next to me, and did it move away from me?
No, it's moving closer towards you.
Oh, it's moving closer. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
as
opportunity to
so
attack.
before it actually moves, it is kind of caught off guard by seeing an elf drop down out of the ceiling in front of it, and it is going to kind of take that as a threat, as it just saw you do a lot of damage to its companion, friend, whatever
I
you
got
want to
fire
call
down
it.
here, boy.
It's clicking, and it's going to kind of raise up its two saw arms, and it's going to do a lightning jolt attack.
Whoa. Okay.
At let's see. It says it has a 120-foot range, but I'm assuming it's still just one target. It's not an area.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one's going to go at Aylin, since it caught his attention when she came crashing down.
So rude.
I know,
How
right?
rude.
I'm just rude.
Spook you,
But
boo-boo.
I'm not rolling great. A 16?
Yes.
Okay. Where is that dice? There it is. That will be 6 points of lightning damage
Okay.
for the first one. And then the second one is a 22 to hit.
If a 16 hits, a 22 hits.
Right. That's what I said. I just went ahead and rolled it.
No, that's when you say no.
No.
Yeah, just
that
barely.
will be another 6 points of lightning damage.
Yikes.
And then it's going to position its way closer to the access tunnel. And then we are at Ryder.
Okay. I'm gonna take, for my first action, I'm going to take another swing with Bane at the one sitting in front of me. 17.
17. Do you have anything to add to it? Your weapon has some plus. Is it? Did I do +1 or +2?
It has a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
So you add that
made.
to your roll.
Oh, so 18.
Okay, 18 hits.
Okay, so then I got 1d8. Ooh. So many fun dice. That's going to be a 4 cold damage.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. What's it look like as you swing this axe and murderify this clockwork horror spider thing in front of you?
I'm obviously ticked off from that bite that I just got a minute ago. I grab the handle and I'm of course gripping it tight. You can almost hear the wood creak under the grip. And I just scream at it, "You freaking bit me!" As the axe comes down towards the center of this bot, you just see ice crystals start to envelop the blade. As I slam it down, I hit it with such force. There's like jagged stalactites of ice that come up out and then kind of like melt away a little bit. Pull the axe back up and just look and go, "Not gonna do that shit again, are ya?"
And what's your second action?
I am going to take some inspiration from Rowan, forgetting that I could do this, and use my second wind to try and heal up a little bit.
Okay. That will take us to Binks.
Okay. I guess first question is coming in from the top, being so little with things distracted. Can I get sneak attack on one of them?
I would say so. Since the first one, or the one that attacked Aylin, was focused on Aylin because bigger.
Would that one be the closest to me, or would a different one?
That would be the closest to you. The other one is probably 30 to 40 feet away.
Because remember, I'm wearing Rowan's hat, so what we could do is just like surprise squirrel.
I don't think I'm under. I don't think I'm under it right now, unfortunately, because I ran off. But we'll remember that for the future. 'Cause that's a smart idea.
Technically, we didn't say that we did that though, because if I jumped down and you're under the hat, you would have been on my head.
Well, I do at least get the sneak attack on one thing. So I'm gonna, instead of using any spells, I'm going to use my 2-weapon fighting, so I can do a slashy. So I'll have one of my daggers and my short sword out. So for the dagger, she's basically gonna really quietly like come out and like run through some of the stuff on the side to keep hidden until she gets there. And so this will be for the short sword. Natural 20.
Oh,
nice. Which means I get to double my sneak attack dice and my damage dice.
That's huge.
And then I have
best
another
time to get a crit.
Amen.
Okay, well, sneak attack. Let me do that first because I just dropped all my 6s in here.
Oh yeah, I marked that. Okay, we're good.
Okay, that's 14 points of sneak attack. Let me get the actual, sword damage real quick. What is it, a plus 2? Nice! Okay, so it's 12 plus 5. Okay. 17.
Math is hard.
Only this adventure pretend game would get me
I know,
to
right?
do
26 points on the first one.
Okay.
And then with my dagger, I'm going to also go at it. And you guys are literally watching her like flip around with this tiny sword. And then she takes like the letter opener dagger and like gets up to what she thinks is its neck to go just against it. Okay, not natural 20, but not bad. That is 24 to hit.
24 hits? I thought that was damage for a second. I was like, are you kidding me?
He slashed the bot's neck and it just does like a cool anime explosion.
But I did just roll max damage for this one, so that's another 12 points of damage.
With my letter opener.
with your letter opener.
With my letter opener.
And then she's
Um,
just going to be sitting on its back, waiting for another round.
So, what does it look like as you slice your letter opener through this?
She does. No, she does. So she does the letter opener. So she stabs into its back with the sword. Then she gets up in the neck and just, and then thinking that it's still up, she hops back down to the back and does like the Zorro Z, but it's a B with her sword. Just
All right, so that is a second horror down.
She's expecting it probably to still be standing, and suddenly it probably just slumps with her on it, and you guys watch her just kind of go. And like fall down with it.
I'm just envisioning like the Persona 5 when you get done with a fight and it's
Yes.
just boom, there it is.
Yep.
The third one, now that the clicking noises have stopped, he has stopped assembling the
No.
the fourth clockwork horror, and
So we still have 2.
well, you have one that is assembled.
Well, no, I meant like we still have 2 enemies technically, right?
No, we should just have one
Just
because I
the
killed
one.
one, you killed one, and then the third one
Yeah,
is
Just
still
put-
there.
The third one finished building a fourth.
not yet. It hasn't. No, it
Oh,
has. It
it's
stopped.
not done yet?
Yeah, no, it
Okay.
stopped
Okay.
because it was threatened.
So we
So-
have like 1.5.
Yeah, like one
Yeah.
and a half. While you're doing that, if you're paying close enough attention to where he's working, roll me a perception.
Any of us?
Ooh, we're gonna
If your character is actively like paying attention closely to what he might be doing.
I think
Well,
because I
yeah,
hit him
I am,
last,
'cause
I
I
would be
yelled.
focused on
Yeah, I yelled at Rowan, so I'm definitely paying attention. I'm
And
gonna
I
use
was
this
scoping the
big money
room.
Purple one.
18.
Rolled a lot of 16.
Oh God, I can't read this. Somebody get me my readers.
Oh,
17.
Okay,
25.
perfect.
Give me a sec. I'm getting to my skills page again.
Perception,
Yes.
dirty 20.
Okay. So you all are able to see that as it stops taking apart these auto-gnome bodies to assemble his companion, there is a damaged auto-gnome that is still alive, we'll say. That is there kind of... It was getting ready to catch the saw blade of his arm to cut off a piece. And he is going to stand up and kind of let out this really like gut-wrenching like scream and some clicking, and he's going to throw lightning bolt attacks. He's going to throw one into Binks because he just threw down his other friend, and one in front of or one at Ryder. Names are really hard for me tonight. So
Just you there.
I know, right?
So wait, the
That
gnome's
one.
pissed at us?
No, not the gnome. This is the last clockwork
Oh,
horror.
okay. All right, cool.
All right, so we'll do the one at Binks first. 21 hits, yes.
I'm so glad I healed.
Okay. That will be 12 points of lightning damage.
Oh my gosh.
And then the second one's coming at Ryder. 14?
Yes.
Okay. That will be 11 points of lightning damage.
Oh, so like
14
almost all
hit?
the health I gained back is now. Oh no! All the health I gained back is now gone.
Okay. So Ryder like as this lightning bolt like strikes through you, it's like a cartoon moment, like your skeleton kind of shows up briefly and your axe falls down onto the ground, and then you just kind of slump face first onto the ground.
Damn, I'm not dead.
Wait. Is he
So you-
paralyzed?
Oh, I thought you said that was
Or
all your health.
No,
No,
all the
he
health
lost
Oh.
when he
He came back.
I still have
Okay.
19 hit points left.
the
Cool,
second
cool, cool,
wind.
cool.
He was
Yeah.
so ready to just.
He's been
Rob was
trying
like,
to kill me for
"Yep,
days.
Okay, well, so no, you're good. So you have that. That will take us back to the top for Aylin.
Okay, I am going to cast because they like to cast lightning. I'm going to cast Thunderwave at the surviving one,
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it, Aylin.
which is a Constitution saving throw, a 14.
Righty.
Are we playing like a Tenacious D melody when we do this? Or
That
like,
is
Yes.
a
what's the scoop
9.
here?
Well, that's going to hit you.
Perfect.
This is the first successful spell I've had all campaign.
Hell yeah.
So
It's nice it's
proud.
happening now. Let's see. Is my damage 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me. Oh wait, that's a fail save. Hold on.
It failed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it,
right.
it
Okay.
failed.
I got that backwards in my mind. I just looked at this. I am so sorry. This fever
you're-
is not going well with my brain.
Fever brain.
I do have fever brain. Okay.
You got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Got a
10.
fever of 103. So
Yeah.
what's it look like as you cast this thunder wave at the horror?
She's just gonna lift up her hand because I don't think this is one I have to say anything for. And she's tired of it. Oh, I guess I do have to say something. And so she's gonna do like the AC/DC strike and just right out of her hand, straight at the center
And you
of
said
his
it
body.
pushes the horror back?
Yep.
Okay.
10 feet.
So it's going. You see the horror get pushed back, but it pushes back and like its legs grip into the metal ground or the rock ground. You hear the metal grinding against the rock, but it doesn't look like it took any damage.
Pushed him.
It did push him. Is that both of your actions?
And then
I
I'm
think
gonna
I think
cast.
as a bard, you would get one action and a bonus action, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And I think
My-
fighters may be different, but I know with certain classes like a rogue, you can either choose to have a double attack or you do one thing.
Yeah, with
So-
fighters, I think we're both two-handed weapons, so if we're using our melee weapons, we get 2 attacks, but otherwise we would
Mhm.
get 1.
Yeah.
It's like I was gonna cast Blade Ward on myself because that's a cantrip.
I'm sorry.
It did. It looked like it took no damage. Maybe like it was immune to lightning damage.
I was like, it was made of metal, so it didn't hurt to
But wait.
That's
You did thunder wave, right?
Yeah,
That's
Thunder
thunder
Wave.
force.
damage.
That's
Yeah.
force damage.
Yeah, thunder would be force damage.
Oh, it's force,
not
not
lightning
lightning.
damage.
These
Yeah.
names are confusing. Okay, it does take damage.
We learned something. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say it was 10 damage, by the way.
Yeah, 10 damage.
Yep, I got it.
In case you needed to know.
Yeah, Rob, 10 damage.
Was
in
it
case
10
you
damage?
missed
You know
it.
what?
Rob, if you missed it, it was 10.
You know what? I heard 20.
Write
Let
that
me
down.
go ahead and
It
take
was
that
this
back.
many.
Math is hard.
I heard 20. So you guys are telling me it's 10? Okay.
I wish 2d8s made a 20, but you know what?
Yeah, that would be cool math.
That would be great.
Okay. Rowan, you're up.
So what? Yeah. I'm going to do my another arcane arrow.
Okay.
So again, I kind of pop up on my glove and I shoot out with my finger guns. And I am going to use my shadow arrow this time.
Oh, okay.
So let me roll the hit real quick. This D20 has been nice to me tonight.
Maddie, your D20s are usually nice to you.
I know, but
Unless-
this
unless
this
you're-
one has been really low
Unless you're
tonight.
rolling at the con, and then they're mad.
Yeah, I was struggling at the con. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does not hit.
No.
Knew it.
Oh,
Just
that's so
keeping track in my
sad.
notes,
That's
and then when you
you have
made
a guy.
him
Oh,
be
you
like,
can add
"Does it
guidance to
add?"
this. Never mind.
I don't think I
I
can add
knew
a
it.
guidance to this. Do I have an inspiration? I used my inspiration earlier. Okay, well,
May I gift my
I
inspiration
miss.
because
It's okay.
okay.
I'll just miss
Considering
this time
I have
around.
some from various games in which people gave them to the rats. Which feels kind of like bad for me to hold on to them because they went for the rats.
So I only decide to use my arcane shot when the arrow hits a creature, so I still have my second arcane archer shot.
Okay.
I don't waste that at least. But the arrowhead shoots out with some force and it just barely misses. And you guys hear Rowan like with some real creative country curse under her breath. That's just like some yeehaw yeehaw. And then she's just gonna like stay where she is.
I just giggle and go, "Kiss your mother with that mouth."
Yeah, she taught me how to say those words.
All right, that takes us to Ryder.
All right. How the how far would you say I am from this guy?
20 feet.
From the 20 feet?
Sure.
Ooh, this is gonna be the first one of the game, and I've been waiting so long. I'm gonna throw Leviathan at it.
Okay.
It doesn't have disadvantage at 20 feet. So, yeah. Hell yeah! It's a 17 again, but I get the +1 for my bonus, so 18.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 18.
It's 18.
Mhm.
Writing that down.
That's
We were
now I
just like,
understand why he told me earlier. Don't you have an advantage on
Yeah.
17?
That's when I was like, "Oh, it's 18."
Okay, so I
Well,
get,
it's like I thought I wrote like a +1 attack on that.
so I get my 1d8 for 5. Yeah, 5 cold damage.
Okay. So you said 5 total?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And then is it dead? Is it still alive, I assume?
Yep, it's still cracking.
Well,
So,
with my Eldritch Knight ability, I am going to recall Bane back into my hand safely and look like a badass while I do it.
Oh,
then-
sorry. I was checking my boot. I missed that.
Nobody sees it when I do the cool stuff.
Binks, you're up.
As you say, no one sees when I do the cool stuff. You turn around to see her sitting there just
Looking in every other which direction that wasn't that one.
no, looking directly at you, just like a minion, just
Oh.
like. Okay, I guess I will try to two-hand weapon this again. I'll go running for it. If it's in 25, or if it's within 20 feet, I can make it. So.
Did you drink the potion that Gemma made you? It gives you an extra 10 feet.
No, I think she gave that to Aylin, right?
Give it to Aylin, and if Aylin wants to give it to anybody.
What is your speed as a squirrel?
25 feet.
Okay. Do you want it?
If I need it to get there, sure. And if you don't want to use it, but
I wouldn't say I thought you drank it already. I wouldn't say you need it.
Okay.
okay, then we'll save it. You know, we shouldn't waste it. Okay, then yeah, I'll go running, and I'm actually gonna use my short sword this time, and then my teeth.
Go for the jugular.
As you say that, you just hear her like scream fly through the air, just like
Just see a sugar glider like thing.
yeah, just okay, for the dagger, or for the sword, sorry, that is... How can I not do this properly? 21.
Yep.
Okay. Get me damage real quick. And no one's technically within 5 feet of it, right?
No.
Only me.
Yep, just you.
So I can't use that for sneak attack, then never mind. So that will be 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And then my teeth. That's another natural 20 for my teeth.
No way. Bite it to death.
Let me get out 2 4s, because that's all I really get out of this. It's so funny. Oh, I dropped one behind the dice roller.
Well, I mean, this has got to kill it. We already had, what, 15
Okay.
damage
Hi,
by then?
Raiders.
Hi, Raiders.
Raiders.
You're
We are
just in
fighting a
time
robot.
for like
Trying to math.
the stupidest damage.
to watch a squirrel rip the jugular of a giant robot praying
13.
mantis.
Yeah, 13 points of damage.
Jesus. All right, so what's it look like as you bite this thing to death?
You guys watch her like jump and like pole vault the sword with all of her body weight, which bear in mind this is a dagger for her. But it's a dagger in real life, but it's a sword for her, and she like pole vaults and like straight into the chest, and then she like flips and stands up on the dagger, and you watch her just grab both sides of its face and just like a vampire before pulling back with stuff in her mouth, and she just goes.
I've got a murder squirrel. Okay. So, as the third clockwork horror lifelessly falls to the ground, you guys have cleared the room of all living threats. So, what are you doing?
I am in utter shock at the spectacle that went down. I just kind of walk over, axe head down. I was like, I threw this at that thing, and you bit it to death.
You watch as she's like heavy breathing for a second, and then she gets down as you start talking to her, and immediately she's going like from and just starts cleaning her face.
I want to talk to the Robo Gnome and see if he knows where these things came from, if they were already on the ship before we left. Just what he knows.
Okay. So you're able to go over and you're trying to have a conversation with it, but he is damaged. Let's see.
We got a person for that.
Let's see. Hold on just a second.
And you look at me weird. I'm about to call up the hole and tell you to come fix a gnome.
Yeah, it's like, it's you.
Yeah, so the gnome is damaged and doesn't appear to be able to speak.
Dang it.
I just get over to the hole and go, Gemma, there's something shiny you want to see down here.
Bring it up here.
Yeah, she's a little busy making sure this ship doesn't go crazy. I'll like fireman lift it up over my shoulder to start climbing it up to her.
How are we gonna?
So that's the next question is how are you going to get up there? Because you don't have a ladder, you don't have rope.
How high up
I
is
thought
it?
we each had rope.
You used it getting up the main access
Yeah,
shaft.
the ladder up the main
How
access
high
shaft.
is it from where we are?
Let's see. It's a good 60, 70
Dang
feet
it.
probably.
I was gonna see if
But
I
when
could use
you
Starlight Step, and I can't.
picked up the auto gnome, there is a iron coffer that was underneath his body that has 100 gold for each person that was down there. And where did it go?
I'm rich. Not really.
When we get back up, I'm giving half of mine to Gemma. So just mark down you have
Gemma,
50 gold,
see?
Misfit.
You don't have
No,
to
so
do
there,
that.
No, I
there's-
want to
No,
share.
there was
Oh,
five,
wait, or
there
is
was
there some
500
for her?
gold in there
Oh,
altogether.
there's 500 gold
Okay,
altogether?
so we can
Okay.
keep
Okay.
hers. So we can keep hers separate and give
Yeah.
it to her.
I was
Um,
like, I was gonna do the same thing.
Okay, there was something else in there. It was a rope something. I'm trying to find it.
Yes, that sounds
Grappling
useful. We
hook?
would love that.
I figured as much. Okay. There is 100 gold pieces each, and a case that contains a spell scroll of rope trick.
Ooh.
A
A
rope
What?
rope
trick.
trick.
Rope trick.
That
You can
sounds like something up Rowan's alley.
That does
Really?
actually.
Mhm.
you can
A
touch
lasso.
You can touch
A
a
lasso.
length of rope that is up to 60 feet long. One end of the rope rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At the upper end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends. The extra
That's so
dimensional
cool.
space can be reached by climbing up the rope to the top of the rope. The space can hold as many as 8 medium or smaller creatures. The rope can be pulled into the space, making the rope disappear from view outside the space. Attacks and spells cannot cross through the entrance or into the extra dimensional space, but those inside can see out of it as if a 3-foot by 5-foot window centered on the rope. Anything inside the extra dimensional space drops when the spell ends.
So this is the special item that gets us out of the space if we get ourselves stuck.
Yep.
We talked
Like
to
we
the
do.
gnome.
Meanwhile, as you're finding this, Banks is like jumped up onto Ryder's shoulders and is basically like leaning around to hold either side of his face, and he's like,
She's like, listen, just throw me up there. It's fine. I'll survive. Just throw me up there.
I just kind of look at Bane and just I think about it.
I didn't say throw her. I said throw me.
No, see, you could hold on to this, and I throw you.
Oh, we gotta try that
cool.
sometime. We gotta definitely try that sometime.
So you said we didn't have the because when we got in here, we all had 100 feet of rope separate from what we would have already had in our inventory, right?
Correct. That was
So-
what was used to
For the ladder.
yeah.
So I still have 50 feet in my inventory that I already had.
Okay.
Could I use that with rope trick?
Absolutely.
And is that 50 feet? That's about the length of the...
For the sake of not being nitpicky,
Tunnel?
sure.
Okay. Well, unless there's
the rule
anything
of
else...
cool.
Unless there's anything else we want to go through down here, I'll use the spell scroll to... She'll do some little rope tricks and then she'll cast it to get us all back up.
No, let's grab the gnome and take it up to Gemma. See if she can't fix it.
I do like lasso and it goes like around her and down and she does some fancy footwork and then she casts it and it goes whoosh.
as the thing's flying up, the little bat familiar you once again just hear and goes straight up.
All right. If I read the scroll right, we can all hold on and it'll take us up.
Nice.
All right.
Here
So,
we
being-
come, Gemma.
Yeah.
you all end up in the extra dimensional space, and where does it pop you out on the other side?
Just like right up in a little row along the top where we were standing before any of this happened.
Okay.
You just see Gemma like boogieing to whatever music is in her head.
I love her.
Why am I just picturing her like when you like bounce a slime, like just her head is visually out of like the blob that could be her right now, so she's just going like
Well, like I imagine her doing the stereotypical like I'm dancing her in my underwear where no one's watching, but like she's super awkward, so she doesn't
Can
know
we
how to
all
dance.
just
So it's
be
just like
behind Gemma while she's doing this? So when she turns around, she sees all of us.
waving.
She does like a spin, and then we're like,
You
So
didn't see any of that.
I
Annie
made a
would.
I made a boo boo. I had a special thing planned for while you guys were down there.
do we need to
Oh.
rewind?
do we need to back up?
We it's not
Like,
anything that's playable.
10
It was
minutes
more
earlier.
of just like a cameo. But after you had picked up the iron coffer and you're kind of going through it, there was the noises of something rummaging through there. It could have just been settling, but almost as quickly as it came out, it was gone. But it was a little black feathered friend that as soon as he popped in, he magically disappeared out of the area.
Ah. What was that? Oh.
Sound like a kangaroo. What's a kangaroo?
And I didn't do that any justice, and I'm so sorry, Misfit, because I know we talked about it, but I totally messed that up.
Rude.
Um,
I am offended.
for those
No,
of you,
like so I imagine whenever he planar jumps, it's because he always paints his beak in gold now, and his talons in gold. He's very garish.
I love it.
so
My boy.
Misfit's old character
Pops
Wick
in and out of existence in a gold poof.
took a wish of being able to planar travel, and that's why he was there looking to steal goods.
I
Rowan,
like to think
like,
that he's the reason the gnome went messed up in the first place.
Sure.
as he poofs away with some like gold dust left behind, Rowan like swipes her finger through the cloud and like puts it on his highlighter.
Of course. Binks tries to follow you, but it just is like a straight smear into the fur, but she thinks it looks really cool, so she's just going.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
So as you guys have you've shown back up on the deck, you caught Gemma dancing without any fear of anyone seeing, 'cause she thought nobody was there. You're on the deck. You have this damaged auto gnome that is, not in great shape, but alive. Yeah. And as you're getting there, you're kind of getting settled. You see Micken climbing out of the access tunnel that you guys have the rope ladder coming out. He is out of breath. He's kind of distraught. Has what appears to be kind of some soot on his face. He's out of breath, and he's very just disheveled. His clothes reek of smoke, and his breathing is hard. And he's gasping for air, and he comes up to you guys and says, "Guys, there's been an accident. The kitchen's on fire." And
Boy, we left you alone for an hour.
that's where we will end.
Oh no.
Yo,
Oh, I don't
He
want
is
him
down
to
there
be a
lighting
secret
stuff on
surprise
fire.
evil.
It
No,
is
it's so
Larissa,
him.
cute.
100%. I'm with you
No.
now. Just
I am
Oh
convinced
no.
I can't
the call is
unsee it.
coming from
I
inside the
wanted to just
house.
adopt him as a little brother. But
Yeah,
he's gonna
well,
be a
Mm-mm.
surprise evil boy.
I had that in my notes when we met him. I was like, he's a bookworm. Don't trust.
Do not trust
Don't
him.
trust the bookworm.
Well, no,
Just
it was just like a
bookworm.
character description, and then after that it said don't
We
trust.
already have a bookworm in Gemma. We love her.
So he has access to the Nexus. He can plan to do things. It is him, 100%.
Ooh.
With the
I'm
candlestick
right with
in the
you.
kitchen.
You know, you bring up really solid facts and points, and I happen to agree with you.
So,
This guy.
Now he's
We'll
killing
find
people.
out. Because somebody's proficient in intimidation. I will pop a kneecap if need be.
I mean,
Anybody proficient in insight?
if we didn't have to have a hard 10 o'clock stop, we could keep going. I'm just saying.
Well, some of us got to work in the morning.
So, yeah, we
You need a
will-
visual before we get off for Binks and her jetpack. This is how she sits.
So next week we will not be doing this Spelljammer story. I'll have some kind of training simulation adventure thing. Like we'll say it took place before the simulation.
We could do a
Yeah.
flashback montage.
Yeah, it's totally a flashback.
Flashback.
Aw.
And we'll figure out something to do there. What's that?
Evil.
Oh. Guys,
Captain Cute Eye's got something to say.
Captain Cute Eyes. That's good. Should that be the name of the episode for this week? Captain Cute
Captain
Eyes.
Cute Eyes.
Larissa, if we do continue this after this shot, I swear upon all things holy.
It's gonna stick, and I will make sure I'm in every chat and make it stick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
especially if you go on to be the captain.
Guys, thank
We
you
can
so
Kirk
much
and stock
for tuning in with us tonight. We do greatly appreciate it. We like telling a fun story. Things are getting spicy. There's spies afoot, and Aylin is convinced that it is poor little Micken. But yeah,
Trouble.
make sure you tune in. I think Rob is streaming again tomorrow. I think their campaign is back on.
Yeah.
But you'll definitely want to check that out. I know they're having a good time over there. But yeah, thanks again so much for hanging out. And if you don't hear it anywhere else, Ryder has something he wants to say.
Yes, a challenge for everybody watching. I want to see, because we keep asking for art or some kind of fan art. I want to see the most badass fan art showing Binks ripping the jugular out of this
Oh my god.
robot mantis. That is
Nightmare
the
fuel.
challenge until next Wednesday.
I love it.
Yeah. Guys, if you don't hear it anywhere else, thank you for being here. We love you.
We love you.
And we'll see you when we see you. Bye guys.
See you soon.
We out.
Why are you biting
Bye
me?
bye bye.